Hello, 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 and welcome to ETF2L Season 24 Premiership Tier Grand Finals between nameLess and LEGO. It's going to be brought to you by myself and the wonderful, prestigious WARHURYEAH, who's graciously joining me. How are you, my man?
I'm absolutely excited.
You sound really excited, yeah.
I know.
We were just having a very in-depth talk about that new show, Stranger Things, but
It's just got me annoyed. We shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it has really annoyed you, hasn't it? But we'll get on track towards the game that is going to be played. It's Team Fortress 2, of course. We don't have any maps, we don't have any picks yet, because they're doing it in a server. Oh no, they're doing it. Okay, so
wow.
It's going to be nameLess banning Reckoner. I can understand that. It's a bit of a wild cardy map. That's a bit, yeah, it's predictable.
I reckon LEGO are probably going to ban Gullywash because they definitely don't want to, play them on that. I reckon maybe the maps might end up being something like Viaduct, maybe Snakewater as well, possibly Badlands or Granary. I'd imagine that. I think it would be preferable for Granary for nameLess, so I reckon LEGO will probably try and get Badlands. But having said that, I think the last time these guys played each other during the regular season, LEGO took both maps on Product and Reckoner, and then in the knockout stage, what was it, the upper bracket round 1, nameLess won over 2 maps in Gullywash and Product.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there before the chat bullies you into a serious problem, okay? Right. So yeah, you mentioned before, Product was a loss against LEGO before, Reckoner as well. They haven't done anything, they haven't talked about any other maps, they've just banned Reckoner and they've just left it at that. They're just literally insulting each other in some alien language. It's the Icelandic people. It's Hafficool and Condom just going off at each other. I don't know what they're saying, but it doesn't look family friendly. I'll give them that much. But you predict we're not going to see Product. We're not going to see Reckoner. Is there any maps you'd like to see LEGO play other than those two?
I don't really think. It's going to be really, really complicated. I mean, when they played, what was it, Perilous or Full Tilt? I think it was Reckoner and I can't remember what the second map was. Was it Gullywash? And I know that they beat them in 2 maps anyway. I'm just going to have a quick check because I know that they...
Reckoner,
yeah. I know Reckoner was definitely one of them, and I've got a feeling... I went to 3, so... Reckoner went to Golden Cup. Yeah, so Reckoner went to Golden Cup. Gullywash they lost. Granary they won. So I reckon that they will probably favour Granary just because they know that they can actually win on it. I reckon they'll probably really want to play Product, but I guess nameLess will want to as well. So I reckon that might be the map that both teams want. The other problem with both of these teams as well is that knowingly LEGO don't practice against nameLess because they say they're boring.
Yeah, that's another thing, isn't it? Obviously that's going to work out against you, I think, if you're actually going to be playing against them, but I don't know, you need to play against teams that play slow. You need to learn how to crack their style. You can't just give up and avoid them. Maybe they've got some tricks up their sleeve. Maybe they're saving it for LAN. They ban Product. Do you agree with that? That's a bit bizarre to me.
No, because I don't agree with that because Izon is very good. They picked Badlands for their first map pick, but Izon is very, very, very good on Sniper, and he seemed to be quite consistent. But having said that, when they played against them last, Josh and Zen were very, very out form. So who knows why they've come to that decision? But
Badlands, Badlands is the first pick. That's a doozy. That's going to be LEGO banning Product and picking Badlands in the end. So Badlands, a map that actually I was about to fall into a little trap there. With the recent balance changes, I haven't casted a game, I think, since the balance changes.
It's not a massive difference. It's the last point, isn't it? Last just means that, like a single soldier really can't get onto it. You do buy yourself a little bit more time to defend it. I kind of do agree with it in some cases because it does stop the whole, I guess just cheese pushes, but I don't know. It's not a massive change, I guess, but we won't really find out until just now, I guess, you know.
Is that is Gullywash being picked, isn't it, by Stark? And he follows it up with an XD, because I think people don't want to watch them play Gullywash, because it is sort of known as that map that plays quite slowly. They are very comfortable on it, so I think it's predictable of what the outcome is going to be there. But
yeah, I really don't. I feel like they should have prioritized banning Gullywash first, because Gullywash is just too strong for nameless, because it is a perfect map where you can just shut down every sort of. Oh look, they've changed map before we got to
the end.
Wow. So the sweet. So the last two maps are just going to be a mystery. We'll just have to wait.
And they've all gone offline, so we can't actually ask them what the maps are. So it's basically a guess. Who knows what the last two maps are going to be, because we didn't actually see them. It's up to the teams to change the server. So I don't know. We could be seeing something bizarre. We could. I don't know. They might. I don't know. I was about to make a joke about they might play Metalworks, but then I realised that's not very funny, Bren. Just stop where you are.
Nobody wants to see that.
yeah.
It's not even in the season either. That'll be even worse. But I think
there was a granary pick.
I think it will probably. Well, I think I don't know what the map pool is anymore, to be honest. So I think whatever's left is left.
Whatever's left is left.
Yeah, I think it's Snakewater.
My TF2 just crashed. Oh.
Let me see. Why have they all gone offline? Nobody gets DDoS anymore.
They don't want to get. You know, there's all those gambling sites that you can.
Yeah, because everybody's going to get in their items back from Saloon in the first place, weren't they? Oh, pow.
Pow. We're going in.
That's alright. I'm going to keep my guns holstered. Sorry, Gil. Please donate to me more. But yeah, that's going to be quite a strange factor as to why they've just allowed Gullywash to go through. I really don't agree with that, but it's too late now. They've done it. They've made that decision. They're going to have to suffer the consequences.
Absolutely. They haven't begun just yet, thank God, because I've only just got back into the server. But
I can bring up the stats, though.
The stats?
The team sheets. Hold on. Let me just make Dave's ready for it. I'm ready for it. Let me press the Lego team sheet.
Just call him Dave.
Pow. Yeah.
It's not working. It's not. It's shown up for me.
It's shown up for me as well.
It's working. It's working.
It's of course it is. I don't know why any of us were even sort of like.
I never know why I doubted you. I hope these teams don't actually start, because they're all in the server waiting. We're going to go through these quickly. Just run through it. Slam it.
This is Team Lego. We've got Condom and Medic, Dr. Phil on demo. Josh is the pocket soldier. Sorix is the roaming scout. Zen is the roaming soldier, and Izon's the pocket scout. As you can see, there's numbers next to them. Legos are mediocre. They've had a really good season though. But I think it's just because, as I was saying previously when I casted one of their games, they've had the season where most of their games have been close. They haven't had many roles on lots of maps. Even if they have, their whole team sort of had relatively similar score lines and point difference and kill death ratios. So this sort of stuff isn't that surprising, to be honest. I'm going to slam up if I can.
Slam it.
Oh, open report.
God damn, look at that production value. Where's it gone? There it is.
Transition. Wow. Spicy. You've got Raymond on Medic, who's only been in for about maybe 4 games now, because he replaced Permzilla as they finally realised he was terrible. Spudd is on the demonstration class. Captain's Pocket. Hafficool's the Pocket Scout. Stark is the roaming scout. He's probably going to spend 90% of his time behind enemy lines, featuring the Owen Wilson. And Drac is the roaming soldier. Their stats are a little bit more dominant. I'm pretty sure it's only sort of they'll be behind full tilt players for the most part, if I'm honest. But full tilt are sort of, they got knocked out by Lego. They got upset. So this is actually sort of a bit of a strange thing that Lego have made it after sort of knocking out the favourites. This is your favoured team, I'd imagine, for everybody. During this season, had a bit of a rocky road, but during the knockout stages, they were quite dominant in their games, and they've really sort of turned it around when they got rid of Permzilla. So it turns out he was the problem the whole time.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of a sneak peek at nameLess, you know, for the I-58 series and Lego as well. Are Lego attending? I'm pretty sure they're going to attend, aren't they?
No, they're not.
They're not attending. I
Nope.
feel stupid.
Yep. Yeah, I'm done with the stats, David.
You're done with the stats.
Cheers, babe.
Stop addressing him like directly, please.
Sorry.
It's annoying me now.
I just want him to get the attention that he deserves.
Well, as you're saying that, I thought there was a countdown beginning, but there's not. There will be soon, surely. I had the 90 seconds cooldown in my ear.
Yeah,
I know it's coming soon.
I've sat up straight. I put my seatbelt on because, needless to say, this is going to be an intense game, and I'm going to be on the edge of it the whole time.
I genuinely think it is. I don't know if you're taking a mickey here, but
no,
here
I think
we are.
It will be. The maps sort of, well, apart from the last city that we don't know, the maps do favour each other, I guess.
The countdown has begun. The teams are going to begin to roll out. Map number 1 is Badlands between nameLess and Lego. This is, of course, the grand finals for ETF2L Season 24. And already we're seeing Dr. Phil. He's going straight out through that house area, getting a bit of damage as well. We see, actually, the entirety of nameLess trying to take up that valley push, getting a bit of spam in. Now, Drac is holding fast on it. We're already Hafficool picking up one frag onto Sorex. They're chasing him down. Hafficool, he's looking for the second one onto Josh, but right now, nameLess are looking pretty good. Zen, he's finally hit off a rocket onto Drac, but Hafficool picks up the second. Now Josh going to be falling, and already nameLess, they know they've got the point. Lego are going to back out. They realise they have to try and take the fight with a bit more spawner advantage. Thankfully, Condom didn't die as well, so they are going to have Uber to work off. And ultimately, that's going to be nameLess winning the first mid-fight of the game.
It was a bit strange. Stark was like literally sitting in Lego's choke for the whole duration, but they're now going to try and contest second, which hopefully they will be successful. They do get an Uber off early, and Raymond doesn't actually have it yet. He's on 98%. They're
going to have it now, and that's going to cause a little bit of an advantage now for nameLess to work off. Starkey finally going to be finishing up Zen there. It's eyes on trying to basically back off now. The entirety of Lego just holding in this trash area. Captain taking a lot of spam. He's having to back all the way out now, and nameLess we're in a bit of trouble here. Drac still on the flank, just really backing out around in that house area, waiting around. We see Sorex trying to get the drop on him a little bit, but at the same time, Lego are trying to basically dry push straight in through this mid area. Drac, he bombs in. Can he get any kills? That is the question. He's going to crater in the end to eyes on. And Lego, they've already picked up one kill. This is some room to breathe now, as they're already pushing in straight away. Josh jumping in, tries to get in that damage. Sorex right on the back line, picks up Spudd. Starkey follows it up onto Condom, however. So that's going to be no medic for Lego, but Lego ultimately going to be the victors in this engagement.
Yeah, I really want them to just sort of go quite forward. If they just put both of the scouts on the cap, and then just have the heavies going forwards, just trying to get a force out, which they've done already, so this is actually really good for them.
Yeah, now Lego, they need to start thinking about not dying here. They have successfully not died, so now we do see Condom has respawned. He's going to meet up with his team slowly but surely. Raymond,
nobody's
he's
met
not
up with him
building.
either.
Nobody's met up with him. Yeah, this is a bit bizarre because now Condom, he's about 20% behind, even though they just got the force onto Raymond.
Yeah, so there's 10 seconds after spawning that it took him to actually get someone to heal with him, so that was quite a... I mean, it would have been... I don't think nameLess will know this either, so no. I don't think that they'll really be able to act on it, but I mean, Lego could have probably tried to work something. I'd like to see him go a bit ballsy at this moment, maybe just try and go for like a suicide play once both teams have Ubers, just send someone forward. Stark is once again behind, which is a twist that nobody could have seen. It's like an M9 Shyamalan.
Yeah, he's sneaking around a little bit. Lego don't really want to give up any room. He's going to go for the back cap here. He's going to try and draw a few of them back.
This is going to be like a really big problem if they... See, he's now just dropping off launch pad. He's just dragged so many people behind, and now it's like a constant threat. This is why I just want to see him go for it, because if they just sort of sit there, do nothing, like nothing's going to happen. Like they're just going to end up succumbing to the back cap ultimately.
You think they should just commit now with this one player down? It looks like they kind of want to do this. Josh, he's peeking around that corner, getting a lot of spam in. He's wow. Okay. Raymond just dropped. How did that just happen? Was that spam from both the soldiers there?
No, it was Zen just going in. Took too long for him to actually die.
Unreal. That's not like nameLess to make mistakes like that. And now Lego, they've got the Uber, they're moving in. It's coming on to Dr. Phil now. He's already moving straight in. Gets off that one sticky onto Spudd. The cap is already being popped off here. We already see it, and that is too late for nameLess as they are getting absolutely crushed.
So that's really good. This is what teams have been needing to do against nameLess. They just need to sort of just play sort of like the whole classic part. When you get Uber versus Uber, don't just go for like a single trade. Just send one player in, go for like a suicide, try and get a force, and just repeat the process again and again. Like loads of teams have just been sitting, just waiting and playing it to nameless's advantage, but now they're actually sort of taking the fight to them now.
This is it, mid-fight number 2. They're going to be trying to, once again, get this spam off early. Drak finishes up the first player. Sorik's going to be going down on the side of Lego, so they already have this one-man disadvantage. One scout going down. We see Josh jumping in, trying to cause a bit of havoc, but Drak's picked up a second one, and Captain follows it up as well by finishing up Josh. So that's 3 quick and easy picks for nameless to work off. They're already pushing all the way onto second. They're capped up mid. They want some more. They want blood. War. They want blood.
Yeah, I really don't believe it was... Sorix can't die during those like first few seconds of mid. Like it's just something that you can't do, because as soon as that happens, then you've pretty much just lost mid straight away. Now there's no coming back from that. Your team won't have any as much like of an important position. Oh, he's gone quickie bomb as well. So now Spudd's gone quickie bomb. So I don't know if they're going to try and go for a point play. It seems a bit sort of fruitless now because of the changes. This might just be a way for them to sort of get into last without actually having to Uber as early and sort of not having to worry about any sort of weird sticky traps on Dr. Pillip. But who knows?
Well, we've got a little bit of a situation here. Izon's on Sniper, I've just realised, and he's peeking around that corner. There's a few players on nameless are getting a bit antsy, showing their faces. Izon doesn't really have the minerals to pull the trigger, unfortunately, and he's not going to get out with a frag in the end. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this quickie bomb changes that have gone through. So now the bombs don't actually get destroyed, and they just do tons of damage and really quickly. But you can only have 4 out at once.
Yeah, well, it will only do sort of maximum damage when you charge it for the entire duration. So you have to charge it for its full length, and then it can do about start trying to go for a point.
Drak! Absolute beauty. Really, I don't know if he should have got away with that, but he gets the force out anyway. Condom being forced to pop his Uber off, and Raymond's going to be very happy with that already. He's got his Uber now, and this is looking pretty juicy for nameless. Captain, he's holding the high ground, trying to basically fend off any aggressors. Straight onto him, beautiful headshot onto Josh. See you later, Sunshine. Hafficool was the one to finish him up in the end as well. And already, that is 1 frag for them. They've got the Uber advantage. Everything is looking up for nameless right now as they're looking to stroll straight in this lobby area.
Yeah, Josh going for the add 5 play, but fortunately loses his ELO and is forced to back out there and dies.
And they're going to be moving off this Uber straight away. We see Hafficool going to be the first one to go in. They need to try and focus down that sentry at the same time, as well as Sorix on heavy. He's causing a bit of distraction plays here. Now Hafficool, he's starting to play the point. They've got no one on it. Look at all that cap time already. If this was a patch earlier, they maybe would have had a round without that misplay. But already look at this. nameLess dropping player after player. 4 down. Sentry gun going down a little bit too late there. And we're finally seeing the effects of this Badlands change. There
you go. There's the that's the answer to the question. It does make quite a big difference, because that would have definitely have been capped. That's why I wasn't really too sure why Spudd would have gone quickie bomb launcher, because the differences now won't really sort of make a huge difference. You can't sort of blow stickies and then sneakily get someone on it. It's a case of you have to kill everybody now before you even bother with the last point.
Here comes the Uber, jumping straight in. We see Josh taking it all the way forward in that choke point. Dr. Phil picks up Spudd in the end, the battle of the Demo Man, and he's going to come out on top. And Lego. They're going to be capping up this. Starkey on Sniper, peeking around this choke, trying to get a frag if he can. But the entirety of Lego now is moving right around the corner. And
I don't know if they know that like they've got a full advantage on nameless, because they're still pushing, and this isn't going to be very good.
Condom's wide open to Drak. They knew he was in there. What are they doing? Drak picks up the fat 2k of 2016, and that is going to create the opening that nameless need now to completely capitalise this. Josh is getting absolutely assaulted from every angle. Captain the one to bring him down. Sorix finally gets 1 frag, and it's all up to them. They've killed everyone. How have they done it? Lego somehow salvage a situation out of that. Raymond forced the pop of his Uber to the side of Lego, and we're going to see a pause.
Yeah, it was the battalion's backup. Did its work, I guess. Because that explains why they were pushing in without an Uber. It seemed very risky. Like, if you're going to push resup, you have to go a lot quicker. There was obviously when Drak came out through resup and killed Drak and Condom, like if they had just ploughed forward, if you stand in that area, you're just asking for trouble. So if you ever push resup, they just needed to be a little bit quicker. It worked anyway. They got the battalion's back up off, and yeah, so it's a situation that is more favourable to Lego at the end of it. But did they get a backup? Your nameless did get a backup.
Yeah, they capped it from behind, as they do. I'm really on edge because I don't know when they're going to unpause, and I gotta be in like hyperdrive mode because there's a fat fight that's about to kick off. I think Sorex is dead here, surely.
Yeah.
He's got 3 men just triangulating on his position.
I'm calling it. Zen's going to kill Raymond, and then Aizen's going to come in through house and just kill everyone. He's going to kill.
Yeah, you think
Drac
Lego going to be?
HP.
I can understand that actually. 2 scouts and a soldier against the scout and Zolly. I don't know, unless Hafficool turns up, you know.
Oh no, it's Hafficool. He's just going to choke. So to be honest, Sorex might actually be able to kill him and Raymond before dying to Drac. I mean, Drac is just still sitting outside of house, flashing. He's having like his own little personal disco with his the remains of his Uber charge. So I reckon that's what's going to happen.
This little stalemate. How much Uber does he have left? It's flashing. Look at his weapon. It's flashing away.
He has none. He's literally got the last flash. So I'm pretty sure that this is the dying moments of an Uber. For him anyway, so that's it. He's gonna be on 300 HP. He is the raid boss. He needs to kill Sorex, or Sorex is just gonna trash from Hafficool, I can tell.
Very interesting. So you think Zen is just gonna bomb in? Big Zen with the big bomb.
Yeah, he's gonna
straight
kill
Raymond.
100%.
He's gonna slam him into the ground.
Raymond's
Sorex.
on 72 HP. There's no hope
it's
for
the
him.
unpause. Here we go, Zen. Jumping in. He doesn't go for it. Hafficool and Drac pick up the 2 frags in the end. And Izon has been crushed in the process by Drac.
Called it.
Completely wrong.
No, I called it. You obviously misheard me. I said Drac was gonna kill everyone.
Oh, it was a fair prediction. You could see it going that way, the way they were facing, but nameless. They were just on top, weren't they? They were all over that.
Yeah, this is why I get to do the analysis casting, because I'm always right.
Nameless, they capped up the second point now. They're moving in. Raymond is going to have a pretty fat advantage. He's already on 55%. And Condom, what percentage is this man on? Oh no, he doesn't have an advantage at all. Condom's on 80, so they are going to be able to have Uber to hold on last, with Lego already building up that sentry as well. So we got these pro-lander setups, these pro-lander classes, just to keep them all out. Captain takes a cheeky little glance at that main area and gets shoved off by the sentry in the end. But now nameless, they can afford to slow it down a little bit. You know, they are 1 round down, but they're in a driving seat, so to speak.
Yeah, I reckon that it's actually just going to be Lego who are going to be stalemating it up now, which is fair for them because obviously they have a one advantage. Nameless has spent pretty much most of the season being the ones on the back foot. They'll get like an early lead and then they'll just try and defend it forever. And they haven't really been doing very well when they're playing from behind, like previous games on Reckoner against Lego specifically, where they just, you know, tilted so hard it was unreal. So I reckon that we might I reckon Lego are going to be trying to play on that.
So this is where the pause happens, basically on the last point here. Both teams have 100% Uber. There's a sentry being built on the side of Lego, so they are really just holding deep in here. And Lego, they're spreading out a little bit. They're taking control of the lobby area. Nameless holding very, very passively. Don't want to give up really. Don't want to give up any frag.
Stark Spy as well.
Stark Spy is Spudd on quickies as well. So
it's not going to work though. It's not really worth it. I think quickie bomb on this.
You don't think?
No, unless you commit 2 scouts now, because then you'll get like obviously the normal one scout cap rate, but it's just too risky. You're committing too much just for a point.
He's peeking around this corner. He's got Raymond very low. No way!
What?
Unbelievable! How does he happen to do it? How are Lego doing this time and time again? Is it a problem with Raymond? Is it a problem with Perm? Was Perm even the problem in the first place? These are the questions that are racing through my mind right now as I see Raymond once again dying to spam, it feels like. To just normal spam. And now Lego,
they're just throwing for skins.
They're moving in. They're moving in. They're going in for the kill. They're homing in on the jugular, as I like to say. I've never said that once. I don't know why I said that. But now Drac, he's getting a bit of spam. Nameless, they're in such a tricky situation here. They know they need to back off a little bit. Starkey has managed to find a frag onto Josh, so he's held them off for now. Sorex now, he's a little bit alone here in this flanking, in that flanking valley side, but no, he's going to be backing off. Nameless have somehow managed to wrangle control of the second still, and I guess it was a bit difficult for Lego to push into that.
I mean, I did mention how Perm was a problem. I'm starting to wonder if it actually was, to be honest. Who knows, maybe Nameless are going to sort of do the ultimate change up and try and get Nox back onto medics so they can contest at I-58, because, you know, their selection of medics are not paying off. I mean, that is just like a really bad drop though, to be honest. Like, for that week.
Yeah, that was bad.
You're getting spammed on Valk, it's just not something that should happen. And you can see Lego are just very, very, very passive. They have no need to actually just leave, you know? It's all just sort of on nameLess now to sort of actually make the play. And they're getting the taste of their own medicine, and they realise that it tastes disgusting, and they're probably sitting there thinking, guys, did we really do this to every team this season? We're monsters.
Well, I've completely forgot the point I was going to make, but I will say Starkey is still hunting for these frags around that corner. He's got the sniper fully charged up around that corner. Even one pick might be what I need. Sorex has fallen incredibly weak, and so has Zen, in fact, and just trying to hold them off, really. And I think this is fine. I think Lego not pushing, even though they had advantage into second there, is the correct thing to do, because that is nameLess's playground, you know? They love to capitalise off the other team's mistakes, and they can spot it much more
When you're pushing
easily.
against the sniper as well, it's just going to make it incredibly, like, unappealing, especially as snipers these days seem to have taken up the position of, I'm not going to try and aim, I'm just going to body shot everybody. You know, when you're going up against that, there's just no point in doing it. You need like 2 clear picks to really push out. And as it's not needed, as a 1-0 up, there's just no point. So we're just going to see this area where they're just going to exchange pleasantries.
Ooh, Captain, there we go. God. There's one pick. Eyes on. Going to be falling on Engineer now, so they are free to spam out that sentry if they can get eyes on it, but not the actual eyes on. I said eyes on. I don't know if that came out correctly, but now we're going to see Lego. Yeah, get your eyes on. Starkey, look how aggressive he is. My goodness. Driven right around the corner. Captain has picked up the sentry gun, but at the same time, they lost the player because of Starkey's very ballsy play, and that's the kind of plays they really need to be going for. They picked up
I think they really need to go now, yeah.
You think they need to play off this now? 100%.
They could make something out of it. I would say maybe just send 1 or 2 players forward, just try and get onto Raymond, force out an Uber, and then if they can do that, they can work off it. Like, they don't need to commit for it because they're not going to get many time if they do bother with Spire. But Sorex is sitting behind, so I'd imagine he'll probably try and go for Stark.
He's going to try and take this 1v1, and he's going to win it against Drac in the end. But now they know Sorex is behind. Captain is straight on him. Sorex is playing a bit of ring around the roses as it stands. Starkey still on sniper, causing a bit of distress. He does pick up that 1 headshot onto Zen, but really Lego now just holding slowly but surely. They still have this 1 round advantage under their belts. So they, as we said, they feel no pressure whatsoever. Pushing into this sniper, into Badlands second, is such an incredible snipe line. And at the same time, even with all those picks, it was still an advantage to nameLess that they could capitalise off. So now we see nameLess, they're starting to get their foothold once again, moving in to this lobby area slowly but surely. But it's Lego, really. They're holding quite far forward in the lobby right now.
This is something that I really wish teams would do a lot more anyway. Just hold top lobby, because it's very, very good. And they've got an engineer on last anyway to cover the point. And with how slow it's going to cap now, holding top lobby is more viable, and taking a trade on top is probably best.
Look at this time left. Look at this time. 3 minutes 40 seconds until the round restarts to another mid-fight. Do you think this is nameLess's game plan here?
No, this is going to be Lego's game plan. I don't think nameLess want to be in this position. They've spent a lot of time on this lobby.
They're going to make a play of this though. They've got 1 pick onto Josh Captain. He's peeking around the corner. Dr. Phil is right on his case, trying to spam them out a little bit. Raymond taking no damage in the end, but already Josh has respawned. And you think this is Lego's play here? They want to reset to the mid-fight and possibly take the mid-fight once again.
They just want to waste their own time.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that you can see how scared nameLess are now. Like, they had a player advantage. Captain was just trying to spam in through top lobby. They should just do what Lego did. Just send 1 person forward, try and do a distraction, and then just try and get an early force. And then you just wait out, trade, and just go back in.
They're going to go for it. Yeah, straight away Uber's going to be traded in now. Dr. Phil going to be popped the Uber onto him in the end. He's picked up 1 Hafficool. He's going for more. He's laying the stickies. He's setting them up. He's picked up Raymond. Can he get Captain? Yes, indeed he do. He can. And Spudd, Drac and Starkey, the only survivors out of that absolute massacre, as he just destroyed them with his explosive weaponry. And already the spawners are coming in for nameLess, but Lego, they're playing off it immediately, taking up their 2nd point. Dr. Phil jumping all the way in. Drac is trying to take the fight straight to him, going to be spamming them out a little bit. He only just escapes with his life, or does he? The caster's curse, as Sorex is going to be the one to find that kill in the end. And now Lego, they've capped up the 2nd point almost. In fact, they aren't going to get it. They have a very hefty Uber advantage to work up, about 30% so to speak, and nameLess are in a very sticky situation once again.
Yeah, I really want to see Lego push on this advantage as well, because if they're going to be pushing or trying to defend Spire, it's going to be really difficult even without Uber.
Oh my goodness. Josh finally picks up 1 frag onto Captain. Wow. Captain's, not Captain I should say, Stark's picked up Condom in the end. with a snipe across the map. Picks up a second one on can't even speak, War. What's happening to me?
Are you having a stroke?
I think I might be.
Brent, can you lift up your right arm, please?
I don't know what's going on, War. All I can see is blood dripping down my screen, and Starkey's picked up 5 kills maybe with the help of his team. They've absolutely crushed Lego in the process.
Where they tried to use the they tried to toot the horn to try and salvage that situation. It didn't work. Stark luckily saves them, so this round is salvageable for them. I'm really not sort of sure as to what the push was. Condom didn't even, I don't know if he dropped, I don't know if he had it, but it just seemed a bit too rushed.
Right, here we go. Uber going to be popped in by nameLess straight away. We see eyes on Pyro trying to keep them back if he potentially can, but nameLess as Uber captain putting in a lot of work. Sentry going to be brought down straight away by Spudd in the end, and now Lego, they're trying to strike back already. The point is not being played whatsoever by nameLess. They've already dropped 2 players. Make it 3, make it 4. They're falling all over the place. Hafficool was the last man left. He was on 2 HP, and he's going to die in the end as well. A complete wipe on the side of nameLess. Lego, once again, holding strong on this second point. Going to be capping up the second and looking to move forward with their player and Uber advantage.
Yeah, I still don't like these, you know, what nameLess are doing for lasts. There just seem to be sort of like no creativity. It's just a case of we can only go Uber versus Uber, but that's just asking too much for balance.
Oh my goodness, how did he get away with that? He was literally just floating above his head. He gets the Uber off as well. However, nameLess, they've dropped 2 players. Are they going to drop any more? Look at Dr. Phil. Look at those pills gracefully landing onto Hafficool across the air. Raymond's going to be paying with his life as well as Josh just hunts him down to the very ends of the earth. And Lego, they're going to get this cap. It was a cutesy little play by Starkey there. Starkey tried to get the back cap, and Dr. Phil again, the saviour for his team, finishes up Starkey with the rollers. My God, what is this man made of? Lego are capping up seconds. nameLess are not even alive. Finally, they get a few spawners, but Condom is once again, he's going to have this hefty Uber advantage to work off. And honestly, after the back of that, I'm disappointed that Lego aren't going to I-58.
Well, they haven't won yet. Jesus Christ, they've got like
it's over. Game over.
They've got 3 more maps to play, and this map's not even over, Bren. Jesus.
It's
Stop
done.
being so disrespectful. We're never going to be an e-sport with that negative behaviour.
Well, that is it. Lego's time to shine now. They're going to be moving in. Eyes on Uber, going to be popped off straight onto way. Hafficool is getting in a lot of denial, but already the sentry gun's been brought down. Spudd, one of the last men left standing for his team. Stark also trying to take that 1v1 sword. Just getting a kill after kill. Eyes on actually going to be falling to Spudd in the end. Spudd picks up 2 more. As Dr. Phil and Josh are going to be dying in the end. And Zen has finally got 1 kill onto Drag, but at what cost? Raymond finishing him up with the sword. That's going to be 100% Uber on his side, and Spudd just went huge in that situation.
Yeah, that was... again, it's like the whole slow last cap, I would say. I mean, they would have definitely got that at the end of it. I think we're now sort of seeing whether or not this change was good or bad. But, you know, I'll try and... I'll leave that to Reddit. You know, RTF2 will make all the complaints for me.
Okay.
They love doing that sort of thing.
That's a terrible idea, but yeah.
It's too late.
See,
there's a thread already made, I can tell.
Alright, mate, we're not that popular. We're not that popular. But nameLess holding on to the second for now. Starkey getting a bit aggressive in that valley area. He's going to be trying to take the fight to Zen. Zen is already on half health. He might have to back off, get some heals here. Indeed, he is already getting all the way back. Going to get an arrow in the end. And nameLess, they're very scattered all over the place here. But the Uber's going to be popped out now. We see Captain trying to take it forward. Condom dies on 99% Uber. Unreal. Spudd finishes up another player. Drac with the follow-up. Hafficool finds Sorex somehow in the midst of this chaos. And there are now 2 men alive. Eyes on, just trying his hardest to try and get at least 1 more kill before he pays with his life, but it's not going to be enough. nameLess just steamrolling ahead now. They've already capped up this second point pretty much, even though Captain's only just found his little wee booties on there. And Lego, they're in a very sticky situation here, War, completely.
I don't know, actually. I mean, they spent most of the time on their last point, so, you know, this is a very comfortable situation for them. But the real question for me is what nameLess are going to do differently. I mean, they've obviously tried to do just standard Uber exchanges. It's not worked. They're now going to be using a full advantage, which I believe they've done already, and that's not worked either. So, they're going to have to just sort of maybe just bomb it in with... I would prefer if that they go in with scouts, or maybe one scout demo, just to try and get some fragging power, get as much kills as they can and go in. They're going with Hafficool top left as well.
Uber popped out now. Izon going to be immediately brought down in the end as this Uber from nameLess is just steamrolling him straight down. Sorex falling as well now. Drak trying to get the wraparound on them as they try to get these kills, but Zen is going to be the one to find the frag anyway. And this is looking pretty bad now. Uber popped out by Lego. nameLess are in a very, very sticky situation. They're still holding this high ground, but look at these pipes by Phil. He's putting so much damage. He finds Spudd somehow in the midst of all this chaos. Captain, he jumps down. One last futile attempt. Josh with the shotgun finds him in the end. Izon also cleans up Starkey, and it's just Raymond running for his life. He's trying to get away to the best of his abilities. He's so weak now. Sorex, he's on his backline. Drak has met him, however, and he's his knight in shining armor as Raymond looks like he's finally going to be able to get out. Indeed he is. He's not going to die to spam rockets this time, War, and Sorex is chasing it so hard. Look at that. He's already in house. He's going to die in the end, but this is looking really difficult now as Lego, they're trying to retake this, pushing on. I think they realise they've lost Sorex. They cannot afford to lose any more players. They're going to be backing all the way off. It's the safest play to make.
I'd like to now just see that they just try and go for a non-Uber play. They need to do something just sort of a bit ballsy, a bit different, because now it's something that I sort of mentioned quite a few times with nameLess and even other teams that are playing against nameLess. When you're using this time to just sort of like think about what you're doing, you're just letting the other team set up. I mean, they're getting a sentry up now, and it's covered in main as well where he's placed it, so they can't spam it out. So these are the kind of like the time that they just had was the time that they could make a play. Eisen's going to pick up Stark, so now they're just going to remain in this stalemate situation until he respawns on Sniper or Spy, and then we're just going to recycle back to the same thing. I think they should just send one player forward to try and go for a play. Nope, but they're sending another player forward.
Okay.
People just dying.
Sorex. Okay, buddy. He's on Raymond. He's trying to get the frag. Hafficool going to be saving his life in the end. Josh now might be able to get the revenge frag. Hafficool trying his hardest. Josh going to be finding that one kill. And look at Drak. He's got the arrow. Dr. Phil hits him with a pill in the end, and he's going to be falling to his death. Captain now jumping very far forward. Raymond, Spudd, Starkey, almost the entirety of nameLess are right now here. And there's going to be the Uber popped off by both these teams. It's going to be Dr. Phil taking it for Lego as they're trying to find these kills now. But Raymond has already backed all the way off. We see Captain. He's dived right behind the enemy's lines, trying to see if he can pick up any stragglers whatsoever. But Lego not giving really any room to breathe. But we do see them sort of caught out in this trash area. Captain is going to crater in the end. Sorex finds that one frag. Hafficool is trying to retake this point if they can. This is such a slow engagement by nameLess, and I think it might be working out in favour of Lego right now. They've already got 2 of these picks, but right now Lego, they realise, okay, this is a bit dodgy. What are they really doing here? They're backing in, they're backing out. They're playing a game of Ring of the Roses. They're diving all the way in. Sorex has found Stark. Can they get any more? They're trying to put the spam in. nameLess, they want to take this fight if they can. Dr. Phil, he's jumped all the way in. Sense found Raymond in the back lines. There's going to be no medic whatsoever for nameLess now. Condom can just hold Mouse 1, he can just hold W. Drak might get a kill onto him. Drak's jumping around the corner. He's right on the Condom. He's found the frag out of nowhere. Just out of the very clutches of darkness. Somehow, somewhere, Condom finds it. What was that engagement, War?
That was the most awkward engagement and drawn out one that I've ever seen. I've never seen so little frags, but in such like a convoluted mess before. Like everybody was just taking these weird 1v1s. There was even a fight between Spudd and Josh in lower lobby that seemed to have gone forever, and they were both missing each other. Both of the snipers were doing absolutely nothing as well. I'm not really sort of happy with Stark going sniper anymore, because it was not really sort of been working, and there was many opportunities where if he was a scout and he would just do his normal back cap stuff, just so I don't mispronounce it, then, you know, they might have been able to get around off it. They could have played it a little bit better. But because they're all bunched up in choke, playing around a sniper, it just makes it really, really difficult for the team to sort of really contest. They're all catching the same damage from all the spam, and it's just overall it just keeps them going on.
This is it. Uber now popped in by nameLess. They're trying to take it straight away. We already see it. It's a much better Uber come out by Lego as they're trying to take any fight they possibly can. It's a lot of frags going either way right now. Sorex and Joss going to be the ones to fall on the side of Lego, but Hafficool's also died. And look at this. Already we see Izon just diving all the way behind enemy lines, but this complete wraparound has crushed them in the process. Lego, everyone is dead. It's an absolute monstrosity of a man. I don't know what I'm saying anymore, War. I haven't done a cast in so long. I think I'm like trying to speak French during this cast.
I mean, it's just because you've sold out to Overwatch, so that's understandable.
I think it is. It's like numbing my brain a little bit, you know?
I think you're not used. You've obviously not used to the skill difference. You know, obviously coming
it's
from
blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind.
It's like, what? People are aiming?
People are strafing? What's this?
What's happening? I've just seen somebody use their own mouse and hand.
I don't want to burn my bridges just yet, but we see them now. Lego, they're holding onto last still. They hold this 1 round advantage. And nameLess, they're holding into second now.
They need to go. They've got
an Uber
like
advantage. They need to move up it. They're going to be popping it onto Hafficool right now. Sorex is doing so much work on Pyro. He's forced them all the way back. He's still alive. Somehow, somewhere, he survived in that entirety of that fight. That Uber, I don't know how he managed that, but he was just pressing mouse 2 for days there. Completely forced them all the way out. nameLess now do not have a pick. Well, they do have a pick. They've got Josh, but it's not really enough to work off when they don't have Uber. Condom is happy to just hold on to it, and this is looking tough now. 2 minutes. 45 seconds remaining, War.
They're just killing Josp isn't enough. Like, there's a... the thing is that they took so long with that advantage that they were able to get like a sentry up. A Pyro's in a comfortable position. And when you're against this, like, whenever you know you're up against a full advantage, you're sort of like in this hurry, you know, trying to get all your players up, your defenses up and ready, and get it ready for the last push. If they suddenly just go for it, and you don't... Well, they're sending some players into suicide, which seems a bit weird. But I guess they've still got 2 minutes. Yeah. But, like, when you're sort of like in this position that Lego are in, you're going to love it. Because they're just giving you more and more time to get comfortable on the last point. There is nothing more uncomfortable than being on a disadvantage and literally having the team going against you before you've even set up. So they just allowed Lego to feel comfortable, get into their zone and get ready for what's coming forward to them. Yeah. Like, now they're just going to hold forward. They've got a sentry on last as well. Alright, so it looks like they're backing up now, so that's good for them. But it's just gonna... nameLess are just making the game harder for themselves, I feel.
Do you think Lego can choke here in these final few minutes? Do you think we're going to see a golden cap?
Unless the occasion's going to get the best of them and they just suddenly think that they've already won the grand finals like you did earlier, then I doubt it. I mean, they've got a sentry, so that's pretty much a frag.
Well, here we are. Uber straight away going to be popped in. Sentry gun going down as well, but it's Uber being popped off by both these teams now. nameLess, they're backing all the way out straight away into this second point, but Campton is still behind enemy lines. He's managed to not find the one frag. He ends up falling to Sorex and nameLess. They got the big wrap around now. They're already on the point. Lego, they're crumbling under the pressure. 3 frags already. Make it 4. nameLess are doing it. It's going to go to a golden cap. Surely 1 minute left on the map. nameLess take a round. 1-1 in the end now, War.
They did it. They actually did it.
Is it still doable? Is it still doable for them to gain at least 1 round in this very short time we have?
No.
It's not?
No. Sorry.
Straight up no.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me say again. Yes, it is, Bren. This is certainly going to be an exciting feat, as there is only 50 seconds remaining, and there is a slight possibility.
Thank you very much. That's going to be leading me into this mid-fight. It might be the final mid-fight for the game. It might not. Who knows? We might be here for another hour watching Badlands. Hopefully not. But already we see Jack jumping into the back lines. Dr. Phil jumps right onto Starkey in the end. Picks up that 1 frag. And these are the kills going their way. Now Lego, they've got a lot of frags. Captain and Hafficool, the only survivors. Condom's movement. I've never seen it out of the man before. He dodging jukes. He avoids Captain's skill stick. And that is good for them.
Oh, it's 5 seconds. Are they going to be able to get mid? This is going to be really tense.
Are they going to be able to hack all the way into last? No, not going to be happening.
Oh, damn it. It's almost as if I was right.
We're going to a golden cap.
Apparently we're going to logs as well.
Logs?
Oh, so soon, David.
Okay. I like logs. Logs is fine.
Yeah, I like numbers. I don't know if we actually do. Do you think we have time for logs? I think I heard someone ready up.
90 seconds to talk about logs. Go, quickly.
I can't see the blooming logs, Bren.
Hurry, please, because I don't want to lose my voice after map one.
All right, I've got them. Sorry, sorry, I've got them. And we have to open that page. Oh, all right, we're getting highlights now. Oh, look at this. Yeah, the DPM and everything's all really, really slow. I mean, it's not really much to go by because there's so little action, and because it's so close, everything will sort of more favourable for Lego, as they weren't really in a position where they had to aggress. What would be interesting is if we can get the medic stats. There we go. So Raymond dropped twice. So those were 2 critical drops as well. So being able to sort of salvage this when you have 2 drops, I feel like it's quite good. And you can see sort of like the advantages lost, average times to build, average time before healing. All this sort of, even if it's a matter of seconds, it's very, very important. There were quite a few occasions where they didn't really use the advantages. You can see that yeah, Lego lost 2 advantages, but I would imagine that would have been on last. nameLess lost 1 advantage as well. So overall, it was incredibly close. I would say, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It would have been technically one-sided for nameLess because they spent so long on the last of Lego.
Yeah,
and if you really think about it, Lego never really were able to create anything after the first round that they got. It might have been because they had no sort of need to go forward and really aggress onto nameLess, and ultimately I guess they may thought, you know, there's not really much point, why take the risk when we've got the lead. But I think, I mean, I would say that maybe nameLess now hopefully have a bit of momentum for them. I mean, they got around in the giant seconds.
Yeah.
And they do have a stronger mid. I believe they won all the mids, or yeah, they won all the mids apart from the last one. So it's definitely in their favour. They just have to sort out the last pushes, and if they proved themselves that they were able to do it, they just did the last one spectacularly against all odds as well. So I think they'll be pretty happy at this moment.
Well, you can see a little bit of the relative frags by zone. As you can see, it's very, very close between these two teams. Not much of a difference, apart from on that Lego last point, where all the frags are in favour of Lego. Look at that, plus 14 on their ends. Just after the time and time again, nameLess just struggling to really push in.
Yeah, Josbun plus 6.
Josbun.
Yeah, Josbun. So yeah, he's again, it's the last point anyway. There were many failed pushes from nameLess. I kind of feel like they'll be okay now though. They kind of just sort of need maybe like a bit of a confidence boost after having so many poorly worked out last pushes. I guess you get a little bit more on edge as the timer runs down, and when you keep on sort of getting frustrated on the final hurdle, like the team morale sort of dips, but being able to do it in the last moments would probably be really good.
Well, this is it really. I think the countdown is going to start anytime now, unless my internal clock of counting down from 90 seconds is completely wrong. But we are going to be going to the Golden Cap of Badlands, map number 1. If you are just joining us now, you're joining us, of course, for the ETF2L Team Fortress 2 Prem Grand Finals between Lego and nameLess, and it's going to be really an absolute slobber knocker in the end. And here comes the countdown already. We see them now. Both these teams. You think that nameLess are going to be the winners? Do you think, off the back of that momentum you said?
Yeah, I reckon they could do it with that, you know, morale boost. They'll be feeling enthusiastic for British people.
Yeah. Well, here we are. This is it. They're going to be rolling out to the first and only mid-fight of Badlands to happen now, as it's already going to be kicking off straight away. A lot of spam being exchanged. Josh jumping right into them. Already we see Lego. Look at this aggression. Zen finds the first kill onto Hafficool. Captain going to be jumping in behind him as well, but look at this. They've already got a lot of frags on the line. Dr. Phil finds Drax somehow. Stark is still behind them, so he's going to be trying to create some pressure if he potentially can, but nameLess now realise they have to try and back off. They've lost the players. They've lost the mid, and ultimately you're going to be able to back off all the way into this lobby area. And now, look how far deep in Sorex is. He doesn't care.
Stark is miles behind. Like, at the moment,
Sorex is going to win. Sorex is going to win.
Player.
Oh, Sorex! No, okay. I was going to say, if he somehow got out of that situation, I think I'd just eat my t-shirt. There's no way he was surviving when Drac was on him. But now, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but my t-shirt eating is much more important than analytics.
I reckon it's made out of, like, sugar paper. Well, no, what is it? What's that? I can't remember what it's called now.
Neither do I. I know what you're talking about there.
Yeah, like the thin icing on cake that you can eat.
Yeah. But Lego, they're rolling deep. They've got the 100% Uber. So do nameLess. However, they are 1 player down, and now Lego, they've gained control of this area. They want to take it straight in. Josh is getting very aggressive, trying to take this. Oh my goodness,
they do it again.
Unbelievable. Zen, somehow he finds a frag and the 4s out of all of that. Lego.
So that's the thing that nameLess needed to do on their last pushes, and you can see the massive difference, because that was such like a well-worked push, like, and it's just a very basic thing. You get distracted, a soldier goes in for main, so now they're going to have a full Uber advantage on this last.
Already, look, they're pushing in, they're trying to get the point. The Uber has been popped in, they've got the frag, they've got them all, and Lego! Somehow, in the midst of all of that, War's trying to get a word in. I'm not going to let you. I'm going to keep talking.
Josp did it.
Josp did it. Lego are going to be the winners of map number 1, and that went a lot quicker than I was expecting.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of, that was maybe I've sort of pinned it too much in the mid fights. Would have thought that if nameLess won, then they would have done it. They had like a really good mid fight, which is surprising because the first 2 ones were absolutely diabolical.
Yeah.
But nameLess's mid on that was a bit weird because it's like they tried to go for like this dual soldier play, but Drak was a little bit off on timing. He was quite late on mid.
Yeah.
And then Spudd followed up maybe about a second later as well, so it just seemed very uncoordinated. That last push though, as I was saying, like it's such like a basic thing. Like that's like one of the pushes that we learned in like Div 5, so open now. You know, like you just go in with someone to create a distraction. A soldier goes in from main, and he gets a force. He gets a frag on a demo as well, which is absolutely amazing because that's just completely changed it. It just made it so much easier. So Zen did a lot of work, and Josb at the end just juggling everybody off the point was really good.
Well, it's going to be going to the fan favourites for nameLess, at least, Gullywash. It's going to be the map that they picked. And it's going to be the map that they're pretty comfortable on, to be honest. It definitely suits their playstyle, and that's definitely not an understatement. Rolling into Gullywash, if LEGO were to take this in any way, how would you like to see it play out?
What, the map?
Yes, how would you like to see LEGO try and take it?
To win, it would be like a 7-6 scoreline where there's non-stop pushes, but...
That's not happening.
No.
Don't mean to
what
ruin your day,
will probably happen is we might see more of the same like it was on Badlands. I reckon there's going to be a lot more sniper plays though, which might work into LEGO's favour because depending on how Izon feels and whether or not he's got Lamau box installed, it could be very, very good for LEGO overall.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not going to land, so you know, he's got nothing to lose. That's what I'm saying. But yeah, also Drak's going to spend a lot of time in Big Door. A lot of time. Lower main, he's going to sit there for... I don't think he's going to go to mid. I think he's just going to go in lower. Just sit and defend Big Door.
Lower.
Yeah. Sit on that little vent.
So you think if Izon turns up, that's going to be the way to crack it, basically?
Kind of. If they're going to go for a sniper, and that's sort of like the problem when we've seen nameLess against Full Tilt, where one person would go sniper, then the other player would go sniper. And if it sort of ends up like that, I think it's going to be maybe more advantageous for LEGO, just because Izon seems... He's not as consistent, but he's more explosive. Like, he can just sort of go completely, like, batshit insane. And if that happens, then nameLess are going to be in a bit of trouble.
I can hear a bit of a party going on in the background there, War. I can hear your phone going off. I can hear people going...
What can I say? It's just business-related things.
It's just business, is it?
Yeah, it's just... it's my mum.
Oh, okay. An absolute classic.
Yeah, she wants to know if I'm alright. I'm eating my greens.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, my mum does that.
By greens, she probably means marijuanjas. 420 fume it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Hey, we're down with the kids. We're memeing in the Twitch chat. Look at us.
Yeah. Cannabises, smoking all that dank kush. Yo.
Yeah, we're cool.
But I'm just putting my hat on backwards now. Give me a moment.
Are you actually wearing a hat indoors in this weather?
No, but we don't need to ruin the illusion.
Alright, okay. Is your room really hot? Do you have a fan on?
Oh, I've got 3 fans.
You got 3? I can't hear them. I feel like I should put my fan on.
Not like one of those. I've got 3 of my actual fans in here. You know, people
not like actual people who appreciate.
Yeah, they are. They're in my room.
They're in your room cheering you on, are they? Oh, you're doing such a good job. Well done.
Yeah,
Keep
well
it up.
done. I'm so excited for you now. They're feeling the excitement that I can't.
Okay. Are they sapping your energy? Do you want them to leave?
No, they're not. They're sort of trying to project the energy that I can't physically do as a human. When you're as dead inside as me, you know, I surround myself with people that can portray the happiness that I can't.
Oh god. Yeah. Well. Sorry, you're about to make another meme, I imagine. Go on.
I can't remember what it was. No,
Finish it up.
Too late. It's too late. I've lost it. You know, these memes they're so fresh that. Once they're gone, once that opportunity's left, that's it, it's gone.
I gotta say, right, like, comparing the TF2 chat to the, like, other games chats, I'm gonna not mention it by name, because it's like the game that shall not be named, you know? People get a bit antsy. Yeah, no, you can't say it.
Oh,
compared to that chat.
Evolve.
Yes, Evolve, that's the game. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. It's like, I don't know, it's night and day. It's weird. I don't know. It's literally the chats in those games are absolutely terrible. Our meme game is.
It might actually be because the people that play those games and watch those games like have never sort of played an FPS before,
right?
And they're sort of like not really sure how the whole Twitch thing works.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably why they're probably just like console players, I guess. So anyway,
console players.
Yeah, I reckon we do have some of the best memes. I feel, especially for such a small community. That's really what's saved.
That's what it's all about, to be honest.
TF2.
Yeah. I don't think we'd be where we are if it wasn't for the Twitch chat. To be honest,
it doesn't matter if it's like a game that's slowly dying. As long as the memes are there and they stay strong, the community will stay strong. And the game will stay strong.
Who said that? Albert Einstein.
Socrates as well.
Sorry, I imagine probably
Einstein. Sorry, yeah, I keep getting
those two.
Socrates was the one that said, "What is it? Jet fuel can't melt steel beams."
We need to stop. We seriously need to stop. We've got a problem. You do realise this?
Yeah, but this is just sort of pandering to our audience, though. You've got to sort of like. That's what they're here for. They're not here to watch TF2. They're just here for the nens. So that's why they're here. But
yeah, we gotta fill the gaps.
They got everybody's here. Everybody's on the server now. Everybody's sort of gone to the toilet, brushed their teeth, walked their dog, had a bit of spaghetti in between the games to refill themselves back up with carbohydrates. Yeah. And yeah, this is going to be one of those games where if I really do hope that they don't rely on snipers too much. Stark hasn't really been doing so well. He's had a few moments on Badlands, but the problem with Badlands is that the distances are so great, and you kind of do get quite a few opportunities to take multiple shots because of such a bigger distance. Whereas on Gully Wash, the distances can be closed a lot more, so you only get one chance to really get a shot off, and somebody can just close you down. Mids are probably going to be the most keyest things, mainly because if you get completely stomped on mid, you can just get stomped all the way to last. So that's going to be a real telling point. If any team's able to make that opportunity, just slam them out of mid, and then you can just literally win the round. And if that happens, it's going to be difficult.
I've got bad news, War. I'm almost out of water.
Oh God! You see, I bought myself some. I had a coffee and some juice. I'm all out of juice.
Okay, the coffee hasn't helped then.
Well, this is what I'm like with coffee. I didn't have coffee, I would just be asleep.
Okay, just be a husk.
Yeah. I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm almost out of water. So at some point during this very professional cast, where we've just talked about things that people probably aren't supposed to talk about in the grand finals of certain games, I am going to have to leave you with the Twitch chat.
That's fine. David hasn't given us the 90-second warning, so you've got at least 90 seconds. I don't want to go just yet.
I've got a little bit. I've got about.
Well, how long is it going to take for you to get water?
Who knows? I could get lost on the way to the kitchen.
But exactly, that's what you got to think about. And you got to think about: do you have your beaker or whatever your receptacle of choice ready?
Well, this time I brought a small water bottle rather than the larger one I did. I don't know why. I made a mistake. For some reason, I thought this would do for a best of 5. Very naive.
The bathroom's just like behind me, so I could just fill it up with that tap. Right, you see, I've got it. I'm fine here. Right, I'm completely fine. I can sit in my computer chair and I could probably pee into the toilet.
I don't want to see that, please.
I could cast and just go for a pee. So I'm set.
Please don't.
You're not going to see it. You might hear it, but those things are unavoidable. And just like, get it on the side and not splash in the water. But, I can just replenish my water instantly, just like that.
Well, we have both teams with 6 players. I don't know what they're playing at. I don't know why they're not beginning this game. I'd like to.
But let's have a look who's AFK. Sorex was idle in spawn, but he's now not. All the other players are now up and moving around, so I reckon they're just sort of. I heard a ready up. I heard a whish.
I don't think it's even soon. Point. Like genuinely, I don't think they're starting this.
Drac that's away. So his dad is obviously giving him some coaching tips. Oh, there's a.
What? What was that?
It's 90 seconds.
90 seconds. Is that what I just heard whispered in my ears? 90 seconds. You heard it here first. Let's all count down from 90 in the chat, guys. Oh, we're pandering so hard. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, everybody come on and start from
90 and count down. Yeah, that'll keep them busy.
I can't count up to 90, so I don't know how I'm going to count down.
This is it. We are going to begin Gully Wash fairly shortly. If you are just joining us now, you are joining us for the ETF2L Team Fortress 2, it's the European TF2 League. If you're new to TF2, if you're new to competitive, we are indeed in the grand finals of the Premiership division between nameLess and LEGO, the Battle of the Titans. And it's going to be an absolute sluggerfest, I think. Gullywash is definitely going to be the map favoured for nameLess. We've come to that conclusion. And right now, I think I heard one team ready up. Are we going to hear the other one?
I heard a wish.
I heard a wish.
Sorry, a swish. That's my impression. Yours was a bit
that was good,
too deep.
To be honest, mine was bad.
Yours was a bit deep, and it was just one flat tone. Try again.
Nah, I don't want to. They're going to start soon.
You're on the spot now, aren't you?
It's not that I'm on the spot. It's just that I want to stop talking.
You can't. You're casting, mate.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I'm a bit worried because, like, already I'm going into sideshow mode where I just get that old man voice, you know.
Yeah,
it's happened already after game 1, but this is it. The countdown has begun. The teams are going to begin to roll out. Gullywash is the map, and we're going to see if LEGO can beat the favourites for this one. nameLess going to be trying their hardest to try and basically secure at least one map. LEGO did take the first one, and already we see Dr. Phil. He's jumping straight in, getting a lot of spam in. Starkey moving forward, both spam. Captain is in control of that central point, getting in a bit of spam already. Sorex on half health, having to back out now, but nameLess is positioning very passive. Very malleable, ready to work off a moment's whim. Josh jumps in, not going to be getting any frags. Unfortunately, 2 players on each side now going to be falling as well. So it's an equal man fight as it stands. Drakan Zen going to be the ones to fall. Captain diving forward right now. It looks like LEGO are in a very sticky situation as they've already dropped 2 more players here, War. And it looks like if I was in LEGO's position right now, I'd be backing all the way out. And indeed, that is exactly what they're going to be doing.
That was really unfortunate. It seemed like to be pretty much neck and neck. And I kind of preferred LEGO's position. But when Josh jumped in, he wasn't able to get enough damage and get any frags from it, so it's kind of unlucky. It was very, very close. They have got Sorex behind as well, so he might try and get some frags and respawners, but Stark is there. He can't play Stark's game. He's not having it. He's just shut him out. It's just like, you know, get out of here with your pasta.
Get him out.
Get him out.
They said in the Brexit vote. Get him out.
Yeah, get out. We want to stay in.
Keep England, you know.
Yeah. I don't like those immigrants coming in here with their pasta. You know, slapping a cannoli around.
Pasta brain immigrants. Oh, we need to start. We'll just get back on track. nameLess. They have Uber. So do LEGO. And now LEGO on the back foot, holding into this last point. They don't want to give up any frags whatsoever now. They cannot lose any players. And Sorex, he's dancing with death, really. He's holding around on that platform, but he's going to back off now, get healed. Starkey, he's infiltrated behind enemy lines. I don't know if they spotted him. No, I don't think. Dr. Phil's got it. Oh, he's taking a 1v1. Starkey, he might actually win this. No, wow. Finishes him up. The Uber's been popped off now by LEGO as they're trying to take it all the way in. Dr. Phil managed to find Drac as well. Raymond still holding on with 100% Uber, and LEGO, they're feeling a bit pressured here, War. They feel like they need to try and get this Uber.
Yeah, they're
in a very, very sticky situation. They're moving it.
Actually, they really need to just try and get Raymond to Uber. He's on 86 health. He's on 50. He's holding it.
He's 59. He's getting spammed. He doesn't want to make the same mistake as before. He's holding on for dear life, man. Raymond. He's got the minerals to hold on.
Yeah, that cow was bone dry. He's milked it to death.
But now LEGO, they're in a very hard position. We see nameLess moving in, the Uber being popped off onto Hafficool, running deep into enemy territory, going to be trying to bring down as many players as he possibly can. Dr. Phil going to be one of the first casualties. Drac finishes up Zen as well. 2 players on the side of LEGO already down. Condom is trying his hardest to dodge and juke these players, but it's all for naught. Eyes on the last man standing. Is everyone dead? nameLess take a round in very, very quick succession, and this is what we suspected.
This is going to be quite a key thing. When nameLess played full tilt on this map, the emphasis again was always on killing the demo in water, and that's what they pretty much did. They just went in. I think it was Hafficool and Drac that just took out Dr. Phil, and then they just jumped onto the point. That's it, it's won. So that's going to be something you'll see quite a bit for last points.
Captain once again taking control of this midpoint as the midfight number 2 is about to kick off. nameLess, they're not really giving up much room. They're playing very passive. In fact, Zen has jumped all the way onto Captain. He's so weak, but Stark is the one to find the frag in the end. Onto Josh. They find his second one as Zen's going to be falling as well before bringing him down, but it's a 2-for-2 trade so far. But it's 1 scout down for nameLess, and now nameLess are in a very, very sticky situation again. Dr. Phil finds Spudd. Captain, he's trying to escape with his life. He's picked up the pack. Hafficool running forward, has zoned out LEGO for now, but it's a 3v3 situation. Spawners have just come out. Captain's found Sorex. He's hunting for more, moving all the way in. nameLess now, this is a position they can work off here, and this is definitely favourable for them. Or is it? as they're really thinking about it. I don't know what they're doing. Raymond,
oh god, Raymond.
Oh my goodness, that was incredibly close. But still, they want to try and take the fight. Uber popped off by both these teams at the same time. There's a fight kicking off in the back lines, but the Uber is really locked in a stalemate. Dr. Phil has found Stark as well as Drac falling in the process, and Raymond as well as Josh has managed to secure that kill, followed up by Captain. Lego going to be the ones to be coming out as the victors, and look at Hafficool. Sneaky little Icelandic man. He's hot on their heels. They spotted him in the end, and he's going to be paying with his life very quickly. So Lego, that's kind of what they needed. Condom did fall in the midst of all of that chaos, but really, it's a step in the right direction.
I'd like to see him, like, Condom go crits or something, you know, just to sort of change it up, but no, he's gone on Uber. Boring. There is a spy from Stark, so this is actually pretty good, because you never really sort of expect it in this situation. You normally sort of expect him when it's quite late into the game, a bit more stalematy. I mean, they're literally just sort of getting there, and you know, there's a spy already. It looks like Lego might be wise to it. Sorex and Izon are both in spawn. Yes, Izon has gone sniper.
He's infiltrated hard. Like, he's going to get the drop on them.
His way in.
He doesn't realise that they're in that big door area right now, so he is backed all the way around. He's going to get some vision now. Picked up that health pack, but Stark is still really just hunting around for these kills, hunting around for these frags. Condom, he is still working his way around if they can. And I think Lego, they're completely not wise up to it. They haven't wised up to it whatsoever, I should say. Stark, he's just waiting, crawly, creeping slowly.
And this sort of plays into Lego, though, because they've got a sniper. Sorry, it plays into names because they've got a sniper. They're not really going to push soon. So you might see it. Did you know that the Splinter Cell series was actually based off on Stark? That's a true story.
You gotta whisper a little bit. They might hear that Stark is a spy. He's so close now. Honestly, he can literally taste this frag on the Condom. I can feel it. Sorex just bumps into him. They've clocked onto it, and that is going to be the jig. The jig is up. Back out. Abandon mission. Agent down. But is it the agent down on the wrong side? Josh ends up falling to Captain in the end. So one frag that nameLess are going to be picking up there.
That was it. That was the play. That's what they were going for.
That was what they were going for. The distraction. They spooked him with the spy. And then they pick up Josh when he didn't realise where he was.
That was he was just getting information. That's all he wanted. He didn't want to get a kill. He was just getting information. It's just like, yep, they're definitely in lobby. I'm falling out now.
Izon on sniper still peeking slowly. Can he get the frag that Lego want?
This is what I don't like.
Look how close Drac.
Yeah, the thing is, if you control Riverside, it's actually really good. Oh, Zen's down. So now that's actually pretty decent. I'd like to see Drac to go forward a little bit more. Because now they've got Riverside control, they can... If Drac, you know, had the cojones...
They need to be careful of Stark here. They need to be careful of Stark. He's got such a good sightline. He's been popped off. He's going to be paying with his life in the end. Sorex finds that one kill. So once again, an equal trade. Zen now has respawns once again. So it's a bit of it's weird because we saw this similar situation on Badlands, but it looks like they want to play off it anyway. Lego, they move it in straight away. Josh trying to get the jump onto them. I don't know if they were anticipating that, but the Uber's been popped off now by nameLess. So they are going to be trying to collect any kills they possibly can. Josh is going to be the one to pay with his life in the end. The lobby area is still going to be held for now, but already they picked up another one, so it's an equal trade on both these teams. But really, neither side wants to take the initiative. They don't want to take it the aggressive stance on it. They're just still holding their positions for now.
I reckon they should. I don't know. They've got a sniper, so I guess Izon hasn't died yet to actually have the opportunity to swap. But in these situations, one of the pushes that you can just do is just like have like a really sort of focused Riverside push. Send your scouts in. A demo man can just stick at the point, and you just put a lot of focus and emphasis on it. You can jump a soldier preemptively to try and debt the stickies, and it's just something that's like quite non-committal, and you can just use without Uber. But these teams are sort of they'll probably practice these kind of things in PCWs, but when it comes to officials, you always get a little bit reluctant to do such things. It's very risky. You don't want it to fall back at you. But it looks like they're going for something. Sorex has gone into water, and he's just going to sit on the point. He forces the sticks out, so this is actually something they could possibly work off.
This is really good, yeah. Straight away, we see Izon. He's still hunting for that pick, and it's going to be Hafficool the one to pay with his life in the end. And now Lego, they've cleared the stickies. They've got a pick. Are they in the position to play off it? Two of their players are very weak as it stands. Zen is trying to get healed up, and that's the Uber. Going to be forced out by nameLess as they need to try and get something from this. Captain, the big wraparound, has managed to find Dr. Phil somewhere in the midst of all that. Izon finishes up Starkey with an absolute wonderful shot, but the Uber still going to be played on the point by Lego. They found Spudd. They found Drac. Captain with the 2K. Somehow, somewhere, find Sorex and Zen. Izon is still alive under the point, but he's going to be dying as well fairly shortly. Josh, last man standing. goes for it. Not going to be working out for him in the end, and that is going to be a little bit of a failed attempt there by Lego, but Izon turned up a little bit there with some of those shots. That was pretty impressive stuff.
Jack pretty much saved that as well, though, because they had 2 people in water. Like, he was able to get so much damage on both of them and knock them down to, like, both a quarter health each. So they were trying to go for, like, a non-committal, you know, without Uber. If Jack had died, then that could have probably been it. They could have just completely have won that round, but he stays alive really well. He's just really good at defending. He's
just a good guy, you know?
Yeah, he's like one of those heavy, solid things. A stone.
A stone?
Yeah, a rock.
He's just a rock, is he?
Right. Yeah, mountain.
We'll go with it. We'll roll with it. We see nameLess now. They're getting in position to try and push in. They have the Uber advantage. They have the round advantage. And here we go. Uber popped off. Spudd going to be the one leading it as they try and get any frags they possibly can. nameLess, he's hot on their heels. He's managed to find Izon in the midst of it on a 6-kill streak for this man now. And nameLess are going to be happy with that. They're going to be able to cap up this midpoint. Zen's trying to take the battle to Drak. They might actually get a kill. No, indeed. They are not. Drak just manages to whip his way out of there with a quick little rocket jump from that man. And it is the Uber advantage on Lego, so we will see which way and which direction they decide to take this now. Sorex is already deep into mid. I don't know if that was a bit of miscommunication there. He's going to die in the end.
That's going to take the wind out of their sails.
I like it.
Thanks.
Keep it
Classic,
up.
that one.
Classic.
I've got a book of them here.
I should do that, to be honest. Sometimes I just say the same things over and over again. I'm like a robot, you know?
Yeah. Like, what is that man made of?
What is that man made of? How? Sometimes I just repeat how over and over again.
How does he get away with this?
How did they do this? But look at nameLess, they're moving all the way in. Now, Lego, they've lost their Uber advantage as nameLess have already built it up. Starkey, he's dodging and duking for days. They can't hit this man. Finally, he is going to go down. I believe indeed he is. The Sorex, as they do find that one kill. But once again, this stalemated scenario, Izon is finding a headshot, but ultimately not the kill they needed.
Yeah, I'm not really... yeah, I mean, the eyes on sniping... I mean, he's had, like, a few of those massive sort of picks, but they've kind of just been useless picks. Nothing's really been made out of everything. He just needs to... I don't know, they either need to play more aggressive to give Izon more space so he can get these shots, or they just need to scrap it altogether. Like, a sniper in some situations is... just completely takes out all momentum of your team. And when you're the one that needs to push and needs to sort of, like, force the issue, the way that they're doing it isn't really satisfactory.
Sorex beefed a little bit there, and he ends up dying as well. Captain still hasn't died. He's on an 8-kill streak. Can anyone stop this man? War? Maybe we'll see it. But Izon still on sniper. He's going to find that 1 kill on Stark at least. But again, 1 kill is not enough to push into Gully Wash mid. It's so
now he's
easy.
He's just being so ballsy, but
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's forcing their team into like an absolute terrible spot. And yeah, it's just not going to work. I mean, they do get a trade, so nameLess may not be able to make something of this, so they're kind of fortunate, but yeah, at the moment, Captain's like literally having a field day.
Drak. Okay. A little bit too close for comfort there. Straight onto Condom. He got the big wraparound. He strafed his AD keys all the way around onto Condom, but ultimately didn't manage to pick up the kill that they needed, or even the Force. The Force would have been great, but Condom, balls of steel on that man, didn't pop it in the end. And once again, the clock is counting down. War 7 minutes, 20 seconds roughly remaining. And both teams really get a bit out of here. nameLess, they're getting these frags here and there. Izon falling. They might pick up Zen as well. Zen's so weak. He needs to get healed up here. The spam is coming in, and he just manages to escape with his life in the end. But it seems like it's nameLess coming out on top in these engagements, and they want to take the fight straight to them now. They've already moved in. Stark is behind enemy lines. He's going to be pulling a few of these players back. nameLess look like they want to try and play off this now. They're holding a few players deep. Drak has infiltrated his way into the second point now. Lego, you're in a very sticky situation. He's already moved in straight onto the back of Condom. Condom still does not pop his Uber. He's so weak. 47 health remaining. He's getting spammed out across the map, but still, he holds strong with that medigun in his hands.
This is like a really, really bad position though. Choke's completely free, but
yeah,
they're lucky that nameLess isn't really making the most out of that, because they could just get absolutely trashed upon. Luckily, Stark goes down by Sorex, so they've sort of dealt with some of the real problem that's might, you know, bite them in the butt earlier, like later on into the mid, if they're actually going to try and push for it.
Yeah.
But is Izon? No, Izon's not off of sniper
Sorex
now.
is disconnected.
That is controversial, to say the least.
That's controversial. They're a play down. He's reconnected. He's good. Well, Gucci.
I don't know if that was a weird play. Maybe he's ghosting.
He's ghosting, clearly. He wants to know exactly where they are holding on this mid because it's not obvious enough already. But now, once again, this familiar situation that we do see time and time again. 5 minutes, as I was saying before. These kills, that nameLess are getting them on the flank. Captain is basically the strong arm for nameLess right now, basically pushing them through that big door area, and he's getting 1 or 2 kills. And now we see Drag jumping all the way onto Condom. This time Condom does not want to play around whatsoever. He's popped off the Uber, and that is what nameLess wanted. And here we go, Lego, they're moving in deep. And can they get it? Indeed they do. Josh jumps all the way in and gets the force onto Raymond. A beautiful little skip and a hop from that man there. Has got the one force, the one saving grace that they needed now. And now we see Lego, they can be sort of in a position to try and retake this if they want. Zen, he jumps in, gets off one rook onto Raymond. Raymond just survives on 60 HP, but the frags are definitely not going away of Lego now. They've already lost 3 players. Zen and Izon on a 10-second respawn now. They need to try and hold last here, but Drak is already so aggressive in that riverside.
Hafficool's now taking up trying to hit Captain's streak of 8 with his own. He's on 7 now. So he's on quite a hefty kill streak. Maybe it's just going to be a rolling competition because, you know, if they're just going to feed into him, could be more.
Yeah.
Stark's on Spy.
This is interesting. Starkey on Spy once again. Is he just checking classes or is he trying to break them?
No, he's going.
He's in. He's going deep, isn't he? Look at him. He's wiggling his way in there.
Yeah, he's in. He's done it.
Somehow, somewhere in the world, this man, Starkey, is sitting behind his computer. He's chuckling to himself, thinking,
twirling his mustache.
Do the French laugh.
They'll never find me.
He's role playing as Spy as we speak right now to his team, and his team's just like, just shut up, get on with the job, kill some people.
He's popped on a little beret.
He's got the baguette in his mouth. We are being incredibly stereotypical right now. Some would say racist, but Stark
never. But the stick is on the last point. This is actually going to be. Oh my god! No,
surely.
Izon's gone back to check. Izon's got him.
Oh my god, he got him! No, Izon, is he?
Yeah, he knows. He knows though. They've all gone back. He jumped on his head.
But this is quite good. Surely he's pulled a few of these players back. Just his very presence has pulled them all back. This is surely good for them.
Yeah, possibly. But Stark could have done it if he just dodged.
If he just juked and dodged and got
Foul
the kill.
need to buff the Spy. When you're invisible, you should better phase wall for everybody, including walls.
So like the Weaver from Dota.
Yeah, but including walls as well. So it's like you've got no clip.
you just fly. Well,
yeah.
Okay. All right. But Stark is still waiting around. This time he's going to make his way around to the spawn doors. nameLess. Do you think they might go for a distraction play? Is that one for the page? Is it?
I do want them to actually try and do something because 1, this is boring. 2,
right.
They've got a Spy in a very good position.
They've got a pick as well.
They can do something off. Yeah, Drak's going to go in.
Drak's moved in. He's forced out a few of the stickies. He's going to try and make some plays happen. I thought Stark would have potentially gone for a backstab attempt there.
He's literally, I don't know what he's doing. Like maybe he was just chuckling to himself again, going, "Hey Drak, go in, I'll help you, mate." And he's just sitting there on the box. He's like, idiot. So he's just baiting his team. Although they might sort of try and pull him out, and then try and go for like a back cap again. But the problem is, I'm pretty sure, unless he's sort of like, you know, doing a double bluff. Maybe they thought that he would have swapped by now.
They're just happy, aren't they, to wait, really. nameLess, they've got this round on the board. This is their game. This is their comfort zone at the end of the day. They love this kind of stuff. Yeah. They're at home, they all just sit in grey rooms and just read, like, dictionaries. That's all they read, dictionaries.
Yeah, they're all just sort of sitting there in their wing-back chairs, like in their perfectly beige room, I reckon. Wearing
completely
cords.
Neutral.
Yeah.
There's a fight kicking off as we were chatting absolute complete nonsense. In the end, 1 frag going away of Lego, 1 frag going away of nameLess. In fact, it's another one as Hafficool on the 8 killing spree has managed to find Zen as well. 2 very quick fricks.
Stark has moved
on Spy. Stark has moved into position. Oh, he's got the backstab onto Izon. It's espionage on espionage plays as he finds the frag. Maybe not the one he wanted, but he's going to take it anyway. And he's backed all the way out. But no one is there to follow it up as the spawners are already there for Lego. And once again, I want to see. I like this. I like this new side of Starkey. I like this French role player.
That was a long con. That was
a long con.
I'm gonna go Spy so I can take out the possible Spy.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have slammed. Well, they did it.
They did it. They really, truly did it. Now Starkey's playing a bit of a normal role. He's gone back onto his main scout Maybe not his main. Who knows? He switches his classes around pretty often, but now we see them. They're trying to take up this Riverside position now. nameLess, they look like they want to push in. Indeed, they are. They pop the Uber off. They've spotted the sentry. Hafficool going to be trying to bring them down. He's brought down Zen. He's brought down the sentry. Captain follows up the damage as well. He's jumping onto the point. They're forced out the stickies now. Dr. Phil needs to be brought down. In fact, Hafficool is hot on his heels. A 10-kill spree for that man. But really, now the frags are going away of nameLess as we see Josh and Sorex and Izon have got frag after frag. Starkey and Raymond, the only two survivors in this absolute cluster of gameplay that we're seeing. And now they're trying to hold on for dear life. Captain has got the respawns, but Lego are going to be in a position now, War, to push into this second point to try and recap this. We see them trying their hardest to try and spam them out if they can. Josh is trying to take the fight to them, but he's being forced all the way back. Drac finally gets a 1 kill onto Zen as well, so really Lego, another player down. They've already lost 2 men. They cannot afford to try and take this second point. I feel like they need to back off here, or is they going to be making some mistakes?
And we're going to be back into the situation we're all too familiar with. Although nameLess look like they are going to be aggressive.
Stark is on the back foot now. He's forcing the point a little bit now. He's forced a few of the members of Lego all the way back. He's still alive. Drac has found Dr. Phil. He's found Zen. Can he get any more? He's hungry for blood now. They're trying to get in the damage. It looks like they're going to be able to do it. War, they popped off the Uber. Sorex, the last man standing.
They did it.
Stand a chance. They really did a number on them. They ran complete circles around Lego.
I know what the actual long con is. Like, all they do, they make them wait inside their last point. So when they do try and push out, because they haven't seen the sunshine on Gollywash in so long, they get blinded. And they're dazed and confused as they try and push out from last. That's the real play.
Well, this is it. Mid-fight number 3. Going to be sticking straight away. Zen getting off that early damage, jumping all the way forward. Drac is on Izon, however. They finally found that 1 kill at the same time, trading as Josh has managed to pick him up in the end. So that's 1 frag on either side, however. Really not going away of Lego whatsoever. They've already dropped 2 players. If I'm in Condom's boots right now, I'd be backing all the way out. Indeed, that is exactly what he's going to be doing. They want the Uber to try and defend last within this position. nameLess going to be happy with that result. Going to be looking to push all the way onto second already.
Yeah, they, to be honest, it's kind of frustrating with Lego, but they need to play with a little bit more balls like they did with Badlands. Like, they need to really sort of try and come up with these, like, more solid plays when you try and push out from last, or even just try and take out engagements. Yeah. Because the thing is that if you're on the defense and you're playing against nameLess and, you know what they're going to do, they're just going to try and wait you out and grind you down. Well, just don't let them do that. Just take the fight to them. Like, if you lose the fight and they go to last, like, you've just, the inevitable's happened anyway, it kind of feels. Yeah. Because you either sort of, like, force the issue and try and make something of it, or you just wait until your team's entirely whittled down and they just push you on last anyway. It would just sort of, I think, be a little bit better to just sort of try and build up the momentum with your team and try and create something together. Like, on Badlands, they were able to do it, and they were doing sort of, like, a really good job on it, like, pushing out from last. And they have the creativity. It's just that they just seem to be very, very reluctant to do anything.
Well, 100% Uber on both these teams. This time it's going to be nameLess holding onto the second. They have a 2-round advantage as well. So really now everything's going to be on Lego to try and make some magic happen here. We see them trying to move forward already. Drac might pick up this frag onto Sorex. Sorex in a very sticky situation. He's going to be falling. Drac picks up a second one onto Izon. Is he going to get a third here onto Zen? Zen surely might just be able to get out. And no, he's not. Hafficool clocks him in the back of the head, right in the cranium with his scattergun. And nameLess, they've got 3 picks here. War, they're going to be moving in. Hafficool has fallen in the process, but already Drac moving straight in, going to be trying to get onto the back of them, forcing out the Uber as we speak. 2 kills already on the side of Lego, but Captain, he's forced them all the way back onto the point. They've got a few spawners now. Lego, they're holding comfortably for now, but really at what cost? They popped off the Uber. Raymond still has it, and they really need to try and get a pick here, at least as they're trying to exit.
Yeah, that was really well played by nameLess. It might not work out in their favour though, because they're just going to end up in the same situation again. But it was still really, really good. Joz absolutely saved the push as well by getting a sweet air shot on Drac. But
now, see you later, Drac. Is he going to hit the air shot? No, he's just going to miss it and die in the end. So Zen, it was the setup of a century. He could have hit a nutty air shot. Not going to happen, my friend. And
I would have really liked to have seen those 2 players actually go aggressive through choke, though. Like, instead of just holding it, and they died anyway, so now the 2 players left on last. If they just tried something and do a backup.
Yeah, Uber's been popped off by both these teams now, and it's actually going to be Lego with the advantage when it comes to that. Eyes on, taking it all the way into them. Raymond is already on half health, but the frags war, they're going the way of nameLess. Zen has managed to find Drax somehow in the midst of all this chaos, but they've already got another one as well, as Spudd has finished up Condom. Zen falls as well. It's just Josh left alive. It's not going to be enough whatsoever. The third round under the belt, nameLess are really just eroding away at whatever Lego are hoping to achieve here.
They're just getting baited out. So they're just getting sort of lured back into nameLess into like a position where they want them to be in, and then they'll just sort of crush them as they try and retreat back to last. So it is really good from nameLess, but I feel like Lego could be doing a lot better. But you know, it's not their map pick, so they're not going to be too disheartened. But
yeah,
it is. They could be doing a lot better, I feel.
Mid-fight number 1 now. Lego, they need to try and make some magic happen. They need to try and take the fight to them. Spudd hits off 1 pipe, hits off 2. He's finished up Condom somehow, somewhere. Dr. Phil falls. Everyone is dead on the side of Lego. Absolutely everyone. Eyes on. Survives on 7 health. They know where he is. He's going to be mincemeat by the time he's done with them. And there we are. A complete wipe. nameLess just absolutely steamrolling him, it feels like. More. They're just struggling. They're really struggling here.
It is really sort of... Their mids are just sort of a non-factor. Like, their players just seem to be... Like, the first couple of mids were okay, but this one was just an absolute disaster. There was, like, no coordination. Like, going up to the right side and doing it so slowly, it's just a death trap. And nobody was on Spudd either. So that's why he was able to do so much damage and get so many pipes off. It was because there was just nothing pressuring him. And it's sort of like just one of the basic things. You just have to get up there quickly and rush it, so then you can actually get up to the elbow with you know, safe passage. Zen's behind. Starter spotted him though.
It's too late. They've popped him with the Uber straight away. They've already got eyes on as well. Condom, he's in a very difficult situation. He's popped off his Uber finally. He's going to try and defend this if they can, but Dr. Phil has fallen as well. Hafficool just jumped straight onto his head and just clocked him 1-2, brought him down in the end, and it's only 2 men around. It's not going to be enough. It's a very quick end. And it's only 1 more round that nameLess need to achieve to just really put Lego out of their misery now. This is difficult. This is tough for them.
This is going to be a tricky affair. If I was Lego, this might be controversial, but I would just let him roll straight to last. Josh says, I think, he's AFK in spawn. So he's actually doing it. He's being a brave soul. So he's either rage quit, because the rest of his team's gone to mid.
His team has gone to mid. They might get Zen here. Zen jumped into them. Raymond is so weak in the end, actually. He is going to have to back off, so that is going to be nameLess without their medic. But no, yeah, Lego, they don't want to play. They don't want to mess around. They're backing all the way out as Josh is still AFK in spawn.
Controversial here. It's not really wise to go AFK when your team's playing in an official match.
You don't see it often.
No, it's not something that will really, to me, pay off in the long run, but it must be calculated. So yeah,
he's still there. He's still AFK. Look at him. Just waiting there.
Maybe just sort of like spun around in his chair, drawing out some strats on his whiteboard.
Was that nutty that Spudd just hit off? I wasn't paying attention. Did he just hit a nutty pipe? He hits 2 nutty pipes and I missed it. Captain hit 1 and Spudd hit the other. Oh God! How did I miss that?
Captain hit a pipe?
Captain hit a pipe?
That's really
playing
surprising.
Soldier? Good God.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Wow, guys, that was really good.
Meanwhile, Josh is still in spawn. They are playing against 5.
Isol just says push.
They're giving him the GG, but they're not pushing. Oh, this is BM.
What are they doing?
This is
Raymond,
Mind
look at Zen on the back lines. Is he going to find Raymond? Raymond just pops his Uber off. I think that might be the big play of 2016. They're baiting Josh by making him go AFK, forcing nameLess, getting him a bit overconfident maybe. And Josh has returned just as they get the force out onto Raymond. This is all part of the plan.
This is BM. This is BM. There's a century in choke. Oh. Now, Josh is quite an emotional Irish man. You know, it might be because he spends 90% of his time drunk.
They've given up because there's only 2 minutes left. I've only just realised. I haven't cast a TF2 in so long. I forgot that dead time was a thing. And yeah, that is going to be pretty much the game. They cannot take 4 rounds in that time. Everyone's just throwing. There's a sentry gun in choke.
Condom
just gets beaten to death.
He's trying to sort of go for a spy play, but the problem is he was the wrong class. He was actually medic, so he couldn't actually get a backstab. Dr. Phil is currently inspecting his pipes stickies that he's got on last. Josh has gone sniper. able to get no frags.
Exciting stuff all around. Exciting stuff. But I am going to have to say, right now, War, I am sweating a lot. And I need water. So, you're going to have to talk for a few seconds, alright?
I can tell people some poo stories, but I don't think that'd be acceptable.
Right, I'm leaving you. See you. Good luck.
So, as we see for this lovely dead time, as nameLess do finally cap the map that is Gollywash with a 5-0 scoreline. None of us would have predicted such a dominating scoreline, especially from nameLess. I'm sure they would have been happy with just the 1-0 scoreline, so a 5-0 would be shocking for them. They wouldn't have thought, how did this happen? How could we play our own map in such a dominant fashion? And as they awake from their slumber on Lego, as they realise that the map is finally over, Josh has returned to his computer. He's sitting down with a swig of that Irish whiskey that he likes to suckle on, as he tries to drown his sorrows after playing Gollywash. We move on to the next map, which I believe is possibly Granary. Who knows? Someone told me yes. Yep, it is Granary.
I've returned. Hello. What have you been saying?
Just telling them, or trying to put this map into perspective.
Perspective, yeah.
Yeah, so I had a moth in my mouth. Captain with a 401 DPM on such a boring, stale map. I mean, what? Mental. Absolutely mental. He had the fat KD as well. So he was. I knew he was playing well. I read a reckon that DPM was pretty much all made up in the first half of the map. Because he was absolutely stomping on him. But yeah, it's a bit of a sorry situation for Lego. I feel they won't be too happy with that. Hafficool once again getting solid DPM as the pocket scout. Spudd as well, playing very well. I mean, it was pretty much just nameless all across the board, so it wouldn't surprise me that we see such a dominating statistics from their end. If we can whip up some of the kills by zone and all that stuff, because that'll probably paint the picture a little bit better. Yeah, so net frags is just, a sorry sight. I mean, Blue have one extra flat frag on Lego's last, which is a telling story. Sorix is 5. So across the board, it was all nameless.
Oh, good insight. Thank you very much. Now, Granary. I'm gonna rigger your brain a little more. I'm gonna tug at it a little bit for some tidbits of information.
Ow, it hurts.
Right, Granary is a map you're probably familiar with. War. You may have played it once or twice, or 1,000 times.
I think once.
We're just quoting Adele now. We're still looking at logs, actually. Why am I talking about Granary?
No, you can talk about Granary. I'm pretty much. I'm done with the logs.
I mean, there's not really much to see with the logs, is there?
Although that is shocking. Hafficool 7-0 on both Zed and Josh. Like, the thing is, their mids on for nameless were really good. I mean, Lego's coordination was okay. Like, they did actually try and do sort of like a dual soldier bomb and stuff like that. I think it was the second to last mid, or maybe the third mid that they tried when they tried that, and they just got absolutely shut down by Hafficool. Like, he just meat shot on both. They lost all momentum, and then that was it. They were just sitting ducks in the air, just waiting for the sweet release of death. So I think it's sort of a product of frustration that this has sort of happened for them, and I think this is going to be possibly nameless's map. They only just need to win this to win the series and be the finalist of, and the winners of this season. So Lego are going to want to pull something out of the hat.
Yeah, I suppose so. Granary, which way do you see it going?
It's going to be quite frantic. On this map, there isn't really sort of any major sort of dull points apart from yards. So from second to mid. I feel like mids, it favours nameless a little bit more. From my recollection when I saw them last play on this, they had quite a few good mid-fight strats where they would send both their soldiers in, like really good strong coordination one at a time. So as long as that happens, then I really do see them taking it. However, Lego, something I've always sort of maintained is that they do have quite a good amount of teamwork if they can just make sure that they play to the strength, which to me is their scout duo, specifically mainly Sorex, then I think that they'll be okay.
You think they'll be alright?
Yeah, but the problem is it depends on how tilted they are. If I was them, right, you know, the whole sentry and choke, you know, you're losing a map 5-0. It's incredibly boring. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be pissed off, and it just depends on how they react to that mainly. If they, you know, do well, if they react okay to it, then it should be fine. But I mean, let's put it this way: they're Lego. They were used to losing almost every game a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
So this should be a situation that they come back from. But who knows?
I mean, that's not even harsh to say as well, because like it is the truth. They were like this team that.
They were awful.
They've and it's quite touching to see. They've built up this.
It's because I mean, you can say rid of the Danish people. That's why.
Yeah.
When they're all Danish, right? They were too bad for Prem, too good for Div 1 or High. They were banned from playing in High. That's what it was like. They knew they couldn't win Prem, and they just got beaten all the time. So they just sandbagged in High all the time. And then Sunny Black was like, "No, stop it!
Not allowed. Not allowed. Get in
back
there.
Up there.
Get back into your shed." Not cast, but play Prem.
It's like they would win it, and then they were just like, "No, we don't want to play in Prem. We're going to go for Div 1."
We want to.
It's like, well, you got promoted, right? So get up there, and they would just lose. And then they realised that they need to make changes, so they cut the Danish people. They kept just one,
just the one.
Magically, some people would say it's a bit of a coincidence, but they pick up an Icelandic player.
Okay, we're going somewhere.
The sole person in Condom's town just so happens to have the only internet cable provided and the only third.
Do you mean Hafficool and Condom are currently playing on LAN right now, just sharing the internet?
No, they're in different. They're both sort of only like maybe about 2 or 3 people can use the same internet connection in Iceland at the time.
Right.
This is a known fact. So they've reserved this time slot. So they don't want it to go to another map because it will go past the time slot, and then I think Mundy is the other Icelandic player that would probably want to have a go.
Yeah. Okay. So they really need to finish it up quick.
Yeah. But who knows? Who knows? This I do kind of feel like Lego can kind of take this, but I think after the 5-0 route, the momentum's definitely going to be favouring nameLess. But this is a map that they'll probably be less comfortable with.
Okay.
What I'm going to say as well is, right, Lego banned product. They didn't ban Gully Wash. They get 5-0'd on Gully Wash. Who would have guessed that? I did, because I've got the best insight. I anticipated
this as well, actually, but we don't know what the other maps are because they were banning them and then they just cut us off.
Yeah, but we know that the next map is Granary because we're on it now.
Okay, that's a good start at least.
I've deduced that.
What are the other 2 maps going to be? Process?
No, there's only one more map.
Process.
There's only one more map after this.
Oh, of course, because they've got the advantage.
They've got the map advantage.
So nameLess, God, guys,
this is their map. This is it.
This is their map. If they win this, God, I'm so behind on the times. It's a surprise I believe Lego. Sacked.
I do believe Lego had picked this map. I do believe it was their next pick. So this is their choice.
This is their choice. So you were expecting them to slam it?
Not slam it, but I expect them to win it.
To be comfortable.
If they don't win it, no, not to be comfortable. I reckon it'll be close. The third map really is going to be a question, because if they do lose this is it. This is done. They'll be second. Their dream will be over.
Time to shine. Yeah. That's what we're saying. So we have been whispered tales of 90 seconds until the game begins. So the teams, they're going to be readying up fairly shortly. In that short time, I honestly find it hard to play because I would say that Granary would be a map that nameLess are okay at. I wouldn't say that they're particularly bad at it.
Oh no, they're not. It's just that it's not as you can't control the pace of Granary as well as you can on Gully Wash. On Gully Wash, you can really shut out a team. You can completely. It's mainly because of how second works. It's very hard to push out onto because you get a height advantage for those that are defending second. Granary, it's not so. easy as that. The only time when you can really do that is on granary mids, but it's been made a little bit more open now, so even then it's quite easy to get a force. So I don't think this is going to be as comfortable for nameLess. They do have the advantage just because they won the last map, and they'll be feeling pretty happy. They still have a map to work with, so they're not going to be under too much pressure, and the pressure's all on Lego, so it depends on whether or not that's going to be a good thing for their team or a bad thing.
Okay, well, this is, yeah, of course, if nameLess win this, guys, remember, this is going to be them winning the entirety of the grand finals. They came into this with the one round, the one map advantage, and now this is it. Really all on the plate for Lego to work off now. They need to win this if they want any chance of still winning the grand finals. We see them now. This is it, first mid-fight of map number 3, Granary being played. Dr. Phil now, he's going to take a little bit of damage from Spudd, but he's trying to basically spam them out a little bit, and we see neither side really taking the initiative here. A lot of spam being exchanged by both these sides as we see them trying to take the initiative. Drac jumps all the way in, straight onto Dr. Phil, going to be bringing them down at the same time. We see a lot of frags going away of nameLess. They've already picked up 3, as Sorks and Zen are going to be falling as well, and Condom now, he needs to back out here. Starkey is already hot on their tail. I don't know if they spotted him. I think they may have, but Condom, he might be walking straight into him here. The team is there, but Starkey, he's running away.
He's in a dreadful position now. Oh no!
No way! Unreal! How does he get the force in that situation? Condom, he knew he was running around in that he would have been called out. How does that happen?
I know how it happened. Lego just completely threw him. That was it. It was like, yo, Condom, just
Condom,
you'll
there's
be fine.
definitely not a scout that's coming
Scout's
to kill you around
behind.
that corner.
There's no way he'll be behind you, Condom, even though he has actually gone behind you. And it happens, and that's it. That is an abysmal mistake, that is. Izon's gone his main class because he's had enough. He's like, oh god, someone needs to put some stability into this. So they've done it. Surprisingly, nameLess are still incredibly defensive, even though they've got a full Uber advantage, and it definitely looks like Lego do not want to defend this second. It's a bit of a strange move, but now they're actually doing it. But this is actually working out for Lego, because now they're 80%.
They've built it up already, yeah, unbelievable. They've almost got the Uber, but this is nameLess now. They're moving in, trying to take the fight to them. They've already got one pick, eyes on, and the sentry going to be going down now. However, Lego, they do have the Uber to hold on with, so I think nameLess, they've realised their mistake. However, they are going to be making their way in now. Drac has just been completely demolished.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness, Drac! Goodness gracious me!
It's a Drac attack.
He gets air shot and propelled straight into the backside of Condom, dropping him in the process. It just boggles the mind how he can pull out these plays. Ridiculous stuff. And nameLess, they still have the Uber.
Yeah, that is going to be upsetting. That gives me PTSD, because I have a history of launching players into my medic. So it's upsetting to see that.
This is so tough now. Zen's fallen as well, and they are an Uber disadvantage. They cannot afford to lose that.
You say that,
they go.
Condom's almost won 70% again now.
They're moving in. They want to move off it. They're moving very slowly, as you mentioned. It's Kritzkrieg being on the side of Lego. They've already dropped a few of these plays. Sentry gun going down. Eyes on force as well as a Happy. The Uber is just about to fade, but it's too late. The point has been capped up. nameLess take the first round, and with that, all
they
of this
didn't
momentum.
need to rotate. There was no pressure on the left side. They didn't need to do that, but they made the choice, and that was not the correct one.
No.
That is unfortunate. That really is.
Well, here we are. This is it. Mid-fight number 2 on Granary. Granary going to be map number 3 being played. Again, just to reiterate, Lego, they need to win this map if they want any chance of winning the grand finals again. If nameLess win this, they are going to be crowned the grand champions of Season 24 European TF2. And now, this is it. Moving in, we see Lego trying to take the spam, trying to take the fight to them. Dr. Phil laying the foundations with these sticky spam. It's captain straight into the air. 2 picks very quickly on the side of them. Already make it free as Drax finished up. Eyes on.
Oh, Stark's behind as well.
But my god, they are destroying them. Sorax, the only man left alive. 40 health on him. Hafficool just pistols him down. Raymond survives in the process. Lego are just handing this game to them on a play, it feels like. Now, War, they need to get their heads in the game. Clearly, something must be affecting them mentally here. This is their map pick. They're getting what seems like rolled on these mid-fights.
It just seems it's going to be really difficult, but they can't really go aggressive in the way that they've been doing it. They've just been getting shut down every time they go forward with the soldiers, and that's a real problem. The other issue as well is that Stark's playing this really well, is that regardless as to what seems to be happening on mid, He just seems to be just trying to get behind him straight away, because if they do sort of actually turn it around and obviously catch him when they're retreating, he's really there, and that's what just happened. So, I mean, Lego now got a pick. Whether or not they'll work on that is probably not going to happen. But this just means that maybe Hafficool can open the door for Stark to go something, but Stark just looks like he's going to park himself on second anyway, but...
Yeah. I mean, this Uber advantage that they did have is gone pretty much already. We see Condom, he's on 85%.
Oh my god, Sorix almost dies.
Almost dies.
Yeah, from Spudd spam.
That's a bit questionable, but yeah, now we see Lego, they've built up this Uber advantage, they built up the Uber now. It's going to be 100% on both these team sides, and Lego, they're comfortable, to be honest. It's not the best situation, but they've stabilised a little bit, the momentum has been stopped. nameLess, they only have this one round advantage, and now knowing nameLess, they're not really the type of players to try and create some plays. However, my opinion of them has changed actually since watching this game. I would thought they would have been a bit more passive. I've noticed they are playing a little bit more aggressive, and there we go. They take the pick onto Josh. What was he doing there? Just picking his nose in the up area, or
no? I think he was trying to, you know, just get some information whilst picking his nose. And obviously, because he was picking his nose, he couldn't get his hand back on the keyboard in time and gets taken out. So it's a bit of a
Drac goes in. He's so weak. Surely he's not going to get a kill off. There we go. Izon finishes him up. He didn't get any damage off onto Condom. So he's going to be a happy little chappy, safe and sound, full health on that man. And this is good. This is good by nameLess, honestly. Just taking it slowly but surely, safely. Sacrificing the player every
This is because of the map. Like the way the map's done, it's easier for you to get in as a player. You can actually come up with these aggressive plays. You can work with something and actually try and create something. That's why I kind of don't like Gully Washers much anymore, because now more teams are more comfortable with it. They understand how it works, how it plays. They're not going to really bother trying to push. This is really risky, but this is kind of what is necessary now.
Yeah. Now, nameLess once again. They're happy to just wait around. Wait for any mistakes that Lego might be making here. This is still one round advantage to nameLess. Lego, they need to win this map. Izon, he's picked up one frag. Drac going to be the casualty in the end. nameLess now, they're trying to wrap around here, trying to basically secure this upper area if they can, but Josh, he's moved in pretty deep already now. He's got his team to slowly but surely try and back him up. He's gaining a bit of ground, he's gaining a bit of territory. He's dropped down, the Uber has been popped off. Hafficool might just escape with his life. He's trying his hardest, he's taking a few rockets, and at a point is being capped up here by Lego, but still Raymond, he's holding on to this Uber now. And this is the possibility to work with it. They're going to be trying to move in. They've got one frag. However, they have traded with Captain. The Uber still not popped off by nameLess. They look like they want to work off it. Finally, it is going to be coming out onto Starkey. Hafficool running them down. A sentry gun needs to be brought down. nameLess. Drac going to be the one to find it in the end. Izon, Condom falling. Everyone is dead. Lego falls. nameLess take another round. And that is going to make it 2-0 in the end so far.
That was a calamity.
22 minutes remaining. Lego, they you know, you're going to be feeling downhearted, but it's not over just yet.
Yeah, they need to do something on this mid to sort of maybe, I'd say, try to take an engagement on the floor instead of jumping into them. Maybe try and play around your scouts and get them to be the aggressors a little bit more. Because if you're trying to jump in soldiers against Hafficool, he's just going to meat shot you down, and it's becoming too consistent now that just jumping against him will be just suicide.
Mid fight number 3, Lego need to make some magic happen. Captain's already jumped all the way in with his team there. We see the counter frags coming out, trying to at least. Josh, he's jumping back and forth. Drac is still on the back of Condom. He is going to fall. This is going definitely the way of Lego now. Zen picks up another one on a sliver of HP too. How Captain puts him out of his misery in the end. And is it really going away? Raymond, one man against the world. They're chasing him down. He's going to try and dodge and juke. Is he going to get these saws off? No, he is not. Dr. Phil, quick and easy, puts down a sticky, brings him down.
Sark's on spy.
It's worth pointing out, yeah, Stark is on spy. He realises now this is the time to do it. As Condom is holding that 100%
one stab, I believe, hasn't he, in the whole series, which was on a spy. Yeah. He understands that he may not be performing the best on spies, so he's now swapped to sniper. Good call. One thing I really don't like is how slow Lego are being. They're not even on second yet. They're now only just making their way. It's very, it's very like scared.
But already we see them, they're trying to force out nameLess now. nameLess, they got a bit of a foothold. I think they are just wondering why the hell are Lego not already on the second point. But now they have decided to back off. The second point is going to be capped up. Lego, they have a 50% Uber advantage to work with. They want to take it in right away. Dr. Phil, he's moved in. He's going to be the forefront of this Uber. Can they bring down the sentry gun? No, that is the question. They are trying to spam that out. The pills are coming out. Dr. Phil finally brings it down, but Starkey finds Condom somehow. He follows it up. He switched the scout onto his main. Lego are absolutely crumbling. And it's once again a complete team wipe in that. I honestly thought he was going away with Lego to a certain degree there, but I don't know what went wrong.
I think the turning point was when Phil had to go for the sentry by himself, and he did jump in as well. So maybe it's not such an awful play, but I kind of feel like they needed a little bit more information before pushing in. And that sentry, because Dr. Phil was the only one focused on it, he used up pretty much all his pipes and like a decent amount of the stickies, trying to take out just that.
Lego, they're trying to brute force their way in. Sorex has managed to find Drac in the end out of nowhere. It seems like Zen is going to be the second one to fall now, and they're all still trying to basically take the fight to them if they can. A lot of spam coming out. Josh has managed to find Captain in the midst of this. Sorex!
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness. Good lord, man. See you later, Raymond. +2s in the chat, please. Spudd, he's diving onto Condom. It's not going to be enough. As that. Oh, my goodness. He completely bodied him.
Yeah, he had a really, really good position for pretty much the majority of that fight, to be honest. Like, he wasn't going too aggressive, too far forward, and he just whips out his meat, just whips out the pastrami, and just, like, batters him with his pastrami.
Lego, they're rolling deep, they've got the Uber, they popped it in, they're not really getting the frags, they've brought down the sentry at least, so now they can start to focus down these players. Drac has fallen, at the same time Dr. Phil trades will start, and finally Lego, they've taken a round on the boards and they are slowly but surely catching up. Only one more round and they are going to be equal with them, and there's still so much time on this map war. 18 minutes and 45 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this is the momentum that like they need, so Lego are definitely back in this now. Like, hopefully now that they realise that they can actually, you know, make opportunities, make the most out of the opportunities that they're given, this should hopefully become like a much better map for them overall. The keys are just their mid-fights, though. It really, really is.
Yeah, they need to try and secure this one if they want any chance of gaining a foothold in this game. They've shown a glimmer of hope, but can they sustain it? They're trying to wiggle their way in, try and create some damage. Captain takes the initiative to them. He's going to be the first of the four, and he's the two quick and easy frags already going away of Lego. Spudd has managed to find Sorex in the meantime, and now it's drifting away, actually. It seems that Lego are the ones losing players left, right, and centre.
Wow.
And it's going to be a complete team wipe war in the end.
Hafficool absolutely slammed Zen, like, completely. That was just disgusting. Like, it's literally like he's just completely smacked him and just punched him in the face in real life. That was horrid.
Told him no.
Yeah,
no.
He jumped for it and just literally took everything out of him, and he was just forced to pencil in the air, and Hafficool was just like, pow, pow. That's my Skyline impression.
Okay, I like it.
I don't know what that was. Was that a duck?
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I was just trying to imitate you, but clearly it wasn't working. But nameless, they want to move in. They pop the Uber off. The sentry gun is going to get spammed out straight away. Spudd going to be the one to bring it down in the end. But this heavy pickup by Zen is doing a lot of work in denying them. And now they're starting to get a positioning out of it. They're trying to take this fight any way they possibly can. Dr. Phil, he's moving in for the kill. He's got so much damage off. Picks up one, picks up two. Captain and Rainman falling in the end. Hafficool. 29 HP on that man. He's going to try and take the 1v5, it seems like, but no, he's not that good. He's going to be falling in the end. So Lego, they hold strong, they hold fast, and now moving into this yard area with their advantage.
Yeah, this is good for Lego. They should definitely be able to sort of push straight to mid. I mean, nameless have got a really awful position already. But again, because Lego have taken a little bit too much, I think it's just a case of Stark is, you know, sort of just sitting in the back of their minds here. That's why they seem to be a little bit reserved. And yeah, it is crits from Condom as well. I don't know if they know it.
Well, we'll soon see if they're trying to make their way forward. Drac has jumped onto Condom. Oh my goodness, they've had to pop it off. Condom got forced to crit streak. They need to try and make something happen now. I think they realise Dr. Phil, he's sending these stickies in, but no. nameLess, they've clocked onto it. They've backed all the way off, and the crits, the surprise crits has failed. Condom.
We call that a war crits, when you literally miss everything and get nothing and just feel sad at the end.
I mean, when it is Crits Creed and there's no one around, do you feel pressure to pop this? But as I say that, they're trying to take the fight to them anyway. Uber popped up by nameless now. They're going to be trying to run it forward. We see Hafficool running forward with the Uber as we speak, and he's picked up one kill already. Drac with the follow-up onto Zen. 3 kills now on the side of nameless. This is a very deep bomb forward by them as they're trying to make the magic happen. Hafficool is hot on his heels, but he's not going to get away with it whatsoever. Phil just going to get the nice little pill onto him, and that is going to be easy peasy.
They are kind of bunched up as well. They could easily do something with this.
Here we go. This is it. Dr. Phil, he's popped it off. He's got Raymond. How? Raymond, what? Raymond just standing in the middle of nowhere. Drac has found Condom still in the midst of that chaos, but now they are a medic down. They are players down. Spudd has found Sorex. That might be the only silver lining. Starkey might actually fall here as well. He's actually doing a pretty decent job of staying alive in this, but Lego, I don't know what to say about that. What was Raymond doing?
What was he doing? He was literally just standing there. Like, I don't know if he was trying to be a tree because he was just planted in one spot. That's schoolboy error, that is.
That was a bit bizarre. A bit bizarre.
You know what? If he goes to land, I'm going to blooming well smack his bottom.
Yeah, you're going to tell him straight. Maybe keep that between you guys at the Holiday Inn.
All I'm going to say is my hotel room doors are always open.
Oh god. But this is it. Nameless. They have a slight uber advantage, not a lot to work off. In fact, I don't think they will at all. It's only about 15%. And they are going to be holding into the second point, but it's Lego. Lego. They're going to be the one feeling the pressure now. They are a round down. Lego, if they lose this map, they are going to lose the entirety of the grand finals. Everything is on the line. It's match point for Nameless, and they are the ones holding this game by the cusp of their hand as it stands. And really, it's difficult for Lego pushing into this, because this is one of the most difficult areas to push into here.
It is. I think they're running normal Uber, so they just need to, I feel, just go balls deep again. Like, it's been working for them. They're now setting the pace. They're now sort of like creating the opportunities themselves. It's almost as if they're starting to believe, Bren. They're believing themselves. They're believing. So they definitely can do it. I think they just need to, you know, just go for it. Just go nutty.
Man up, is it? Go nutty, man up. They need to believe.
Yeah. Just be a cashew and go nutty. Just.
It's a mixture of cliches today, but look at this. You want to take your advice head on. Starkey and Drac. They're demolishing the flank. Eisen and Sorex just didn't stand a chance.
This is why I said that they just need to be a bit passive. You know, they just need a bit more reserved, Lego. They can't be just going for all these ballsy plays. Yeah.
But it is the Medigun being ran by Condom. He still holds on to the Uber. Nameless, they're still basically they're in no position really to push here, and they don't feel the pressure to either. As I keep mentioning, they've got this round advantage under their belts. They can take all the time in the world for this.
Yeah, it's not so bad, I guess. That is the kind of thing that they really need to sort of create, though. I mean, yeah, it's not the wrong thing. I mean, Granary mid is really bad to sort of push into. Stark has somehow managed to make his way behind.
Oh, goodness gracious me, Stark. That was a cheeky little 1v1.
How has this happened, though? How has he just been able to...
He's into his inner spy plays, but look at this. They're jumping straight in. The captain is moving deep onto Condom. Condom is already on half health, and now the rest of the Nameless, they're moving in, trying to create these frags if they can. Starkey is going to be falling in the end, and now it's just a waiting game. Nameless, they're holding strong. They have lost 2 players from that sack attempt, but now Spudd, he's moved in!
Oh, no.
No way! Unreal, Spudd! Goodness gracious me, these men, they've got families, Spudd. You need to stop this. That was disgusting.
Oh dear, oh dear.
What do you say to that? What do you say to that?
Get good.
Tell me more.
Just get good.
You can't get good off that.
Or right click. You know, use your Uber charge.
Now, Lego, I think they're shell shocked. I'm certainly shell shocked.
Is on a backup. This is Captain's weak as well. Oh my goodness.
They've done this. Have they done this?
Oh my god, he's... Oh, wow. Captain has saved it. But 2 minutes, that is a bit of a balls up by Sorex. I guess he didn't realise what the stats of Captain's HP was, but that is a definite
I didn't even realise.
Save.
I didn't even realise that was
too bamboozled by the stupidity of the Icelandic man. Like, that was just... No, but this happened.
The edge of my seat right now as this is going on. Lego, they're pushing in. They want the frags and they want them now, but it looks like it's going the way of Nameless. They've already managed to find Josh. They found Zen, and Lego, once again, time and time again, they're making a few of these mistakes. And
Stark is behind all the way again. He's literally...
He's playing spy, but on scout. He's getting away with murder.
He's doing a better job of being a spy as a scout, though. And he's made loads of space, so nameLess has just been able to get onto mid for free. Condom does have Uber, and nameLess don't. I don't know if they know that, but they should definitely try and kill Raymond, who's now just sitting in choke, but it's only Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, can he do it?
Baited.
He's trying. His whole team's not even there. What are they doing? Eyes on. He's 1 health, a sliver of HP. I don't want to say it, but it is true. He is going to pick up that pack and moving back now. Once again, 10 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Lego, they need one more round on the board. They do not have an Uber advantage. nameLess, however, do have the Uber on Raymond. And I think they realise as they're trying to take the fight to them, this might be not the play to take. They've already lost 2 players, Sorex and Zen. They might lose another one. Josh, what a beautiful pipe by Spudd. Just gracefully crescendo straight into him. Brings him down in the end. 3 frags for them. They don't even have to pop the Uber to take this mid-fight war.
You were saying to them how you're on the edge of your seat. I am not even on mine anymore. I am on the floor. I'm just...
Keep talking, I'm drinking.
Oh, yeah, but the problem is I made a mistake. I should have gone for a pee before this map started. Needless to say, my bladder is full.
If this goes to a golden cap, you are stuffed, by the way, mate. I just
no,
hope
as soon as
realise.
it goes to a golden cap, I'm out of it.
You're not
literally,
allowed.
I'm just gonna go.
You're not allowed.
When I pee, it's like you just feeling like throwing a bucket of water at the toilet.
Okay. Lego, they're wiggling their way in. It seems like they're feeding, however. I mean, it's difficult. They're holding all the way back already on the second point. They have the Uber to hold on to yards, but they need to start taking the initiative. As you keep mentioning, they need to show a bit of pressure here. They've caught out a few of these scouts in this yard area on the flank. Hafficool has made his way behind them, and Dr. Phil, he's trying his hardest to span them out. In fact, Hafficool is going to be falling as well in the back line, so not all is lost in the end.
This still favours Lego though in this situation, because despite all the absolute dreadful mess that they have been creating, they're still able to sort of like hold the line, so to speak. Oh, condom! Oh, I thought that was a sick hold. I thought he wasn't going to pop there, but he did. He does Drag gets the force. So that's pretty good.
This is nameLess's time here. They can potentially play off this any way they like. They've got it off. Josh is still behind them, but he's been completely focused down. They knew exactly what was up, and that was the jig in the air. And currently, look at Zen hiding around the corner. Oh, he just peeks it. Nope, not going to get away with it. Raymond survives on 70 health. And this is not looking good for Lego at all. I got a feel for them really right now. nameLess are just taking them to a slow, I want to say pound town, but it's not really a pound town, is it? It's a slow and steady, methodical massage down to an alleyway.
Not a good one. Maybe
no,
like
not a good
meat
one, a rough one. Yeah, and now here we go with nameLess. They popped off the Uber. They're moving in. Hafficool, he's found Dr. Phil. Can they get any more kills? Lego, they need to try and survive in this engagement. They've got 1. They've got 2. Could this be the turnaround that they needed? Can they get any more? Captain falls as well.
There's a
pause.
This is
definitely going their way. And I have been... Why did they do it? Why? I don't know. I know they don't mean to do it, but the pauses...
I'll tell you what happened, right? Here's the lowdown. Drop me a beat.
I don't want to.
Okay. Basically, what happened was, right, they were pushing into last, but they still had 2 people finishing off the cup. So you go into last with just your 4 players, which is just a huge mistake. Because even though those players will still be 4s, they can go into the fight. Like it's just a lot easier for the defending team to just focus on the people that aren't actually being Ubered at that moment. And that's just what happened. They just got picked off one by one. And it's just now completely turned around now. It's going to be...
Lego, can they secure this?
I mean, the pause is 90 seconds from now, right? So you've got to sort of think about the circumstances.
Right, look at Raymond. Look at Raymond. Look at this arrow. He's going to graciously hit this, right? It's going to go straight into Drac, right into his...
Let me see where he's aiming. Yeah, he's actually aiming in the right area.
It's on him, yeah. So Drac is... If this all goes correctly, Drac is going to be on about 100 health.
Yeah, but look at the animation, though. Has he... Is this... No, he's pulling the arrows out. He's pulling the crossbar out. So, okay. Yeah,
he's going to get this.
He can get it.
I feel like he's going to get this.
Is he going to get it before Drac hits the floor?
Yes. Believe. Believe in Raymond.
I don't know what to think. I don't have the mental capacity to believe because I'm using most of it to hold in fluids. And Sorry, on 7 HP.
This would have been the perfect time to go to the toilet. I hope you know. I hope you realise.
It would. Yeah. Oh well.
You're just gonna... Okay, alright. Yeah, as you were saying, Sorex on 7 HP. He's...
The problem is, Bren, right? You're not the most excitable caster. That's what I'm...
That's what you're worried about. Leave me alone.
Yeah. You're going to just want to bore everyone, right? That's what David messaged me. It's like, yo, we need you to cut us. Unfortunately, we've only got Bren.
Unfortunately, everyone else is they're doing something else on their Sundays. Drag creators. And Raymond Tusk, he just wants to get all the way out there. Do you like that? A little bit of a House of Cards reference for you. And now, Hafficool has managed to defend his medic pretty well, but he's going to pay with his life. Raymond, now he needs to try and get out there as fast as he possibly can. He's going to meet up with his team in the end.
Yeah, this is... They're now Lego at full advantage. They are lacking just one player, which is the key to their team, which is Sorex.
Yeah.
Stark does get out of a situation he's 100% shouldn't have been able to get out of, so that's a bit of wrongdoing by Lego. But they need to thrust forward.
Yeah, this is really all against them now. 7 minutes remaining. Lego, they need to put the pressure on. Captain, they haven't even spotted him. He's just spamming them out from above. Oh, he's from Gundam! Jesus Lord Almighty, how does this happen? Stop it! This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Condom, you need to get a new mouse or something, mate. Honestly, step it up a little bit. Come on, buddy. This is a lot on the line. This is the grand finals. You can be winning some fat prize money here, and this is not going their way whatsoever. The frags all in the side of nameLess right now. Kill after kill, frag after frag. Hafficool is going to make mincemeat of Eyes on in the end. Indeed, Spudd is the one to finish him up. So, and did you see that little bit of a dove coming out of his chest there? That's a rare occurrence. What's that? About 1 in 100?
This is like that copy pasta is like, hi, I'm Condom, drops Uber. It's now sort of really rearing its head now. That is just... Dr. Phil's going to get caught out by Hafficool.
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me, this is where the pause happened. Did something go wrong? Did something happen here? Is this where it all went wrong? They need to regain this momentum. Is this where it all happened?
It was paused by Drac, though.
Okay. Maybe not then. I don't know.
Actually, no, wait. The pause was called by Condom, so maybe
I see.
Somebody in Iceland dared to break the reservation and use the internet.
It's like that episode of South Park, isn't it? They have to go to like California to get the last bit of internet. But this time,
I heard there's some internet down there in California, and it's just like there's just some incredibly Viking-esque character. It's just
do an Icelandic accent for me. That's it. I'll accept
not an
it
accent,
for now,
mate.
but it's not the greatest.
Icelandic speech.
Speaking of, no, we're not really speaking of Eyes on at all. But speaking of Eyes on, he's moving in. He's got the headshot. God almighty, just when you think they need to clutch it, he pulls it out of the bag. He pulls it out of the bag. War. He pulls it out of the bag. There's no way around it.
He's reached into the bag.
He's reached into the bag.
It was a rabbit. That was the wrong thing. He wanted to pull out a play. He did, and it's happened.
It's too late now. Lego now, they've got 5 minutes. 5 minutes to work on. 5 minutes of magic. They need to work their way in. Drac has fallen. This is it. This is the opportunity. They're never going to get a better chance than this. Condom has the Uber. He needs to not drop it. Do you hear me, Condom? Do not drop. Right now.
Stark's gone spy.
He's moving in. This is it. This is where it all lies on. This is their Prem Grand Finals on the line. If nameLess win this, they are going to be the winners of the Grand Final, and they're moving in. Stark is backcapping as Lego are trying to move in, but Stark's going to get this. Sorex is hot on his tail. He has spotted him. Is he going to get the kill? That is the question. He's contested it. That's all they really need.
Fantastic
as the fight
cloaking.
is kicking off. Uber popped off now by Lego as they're trying to take this really far forward. We see Zen seeing if he can get any frags at all. He's so weak. 4 HP. Is he going to get out alive? Yes. He just dodges the rollers in the end. And now Lego, this is it. This is the momentum they needed.
However, the horn.
Raymond, he's got the Uber. War, he's got the Uber. This is disastrous for them. They need to try and get a frag if they can. They picked up Hafficool. They're moving in. This is all on the line for them now. This is it. They're trying to work their way in. This is the Uber now. Probably going to be popped off by nameLess. They're trying to move in with it. They haven't even popped it off yet. This is really...
Stark's still got spy, and he's been spotted. So this is an opportunity that they can make.
This is it. This is they need to use this now. 3 minutes, 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Raymond still has the Uber. Lego, they're moving in. Condom also almost has the Uber. If they can get even one pick here onto nameLess, this is what they need. But Josh ends up falling.
What's he doing?
My goodness. And now, still, this is the Uber. They've got a bit of time. They can take their time here, War. They can slow it down a little bit.
Lego right now need to, grab their testicles and slam them against the wall. Balls to the walls kind of stuff now. That's what they got to do. They can't...
You got to see it. You got to see
it. No hesitation at all. They just got to go for it. Maybe they need to wait for... The good thing is that they have got the toot, the Mr. Backup.
The toot, I see.
Yeah, see. Now, that gives you 35% resistance. So if they're able to build that whilst they're exchanging the Ubers, then it can literally just sort of carry on going forward. It's not been so successful. The times that have been using it has been more defensive, so if they use it aggressively, it might work out, but Josh is going for the exchange now. Ooh,
they popped a few, but this is a bit questionable. Yeah, they're not really going to be able to get anything out of this. Josh, he's moved all the way in, but he's only got a black box. What can one man do? He gets the rocket off onto Raymond, but Raymond's on 80 health now, and Dr. Phil, he's working his way around, trying to see if they can get any picks, but unfortunately not. They cannot. And with 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining, Lego is stuck between a rock and a hard place now. Zen, he's working his way through the said point, trying to see if they can pick off any stragglers. He's going to be falling as well, as Haffy has finished him up. This is not looking good whatsoever. Lego, their hopes and dreams are being dashed in front of their very eyes as they're being forced all the way back over to this midpoint. Nameless now, moving forward.
The saving grace, though, is that they are being kind of slow. That's the only good thing, is that now they're almost going to be able to get Uber, so they can re-push to mid at the very least.
They're moving in. They've got the Uber. They've got a few picks, maybe. Dr. Phil has got 14 seconds left. Izon has also fought. Starkey picks up the quick 2K. And now, really, what can you really say this is going anyway but bad for Lego? They've got the Uber, but really now they do not need to drop any of these players. Zen just manages to escape with the skill stick. He's popped his way out. Hafficool finishes up Sorex as well. 1 minute, 30 seconds remaining as oh, this is heartbreaking to watch. Lego now, they realise they need to make some plays happen. They're moving into them. Can they do it, War? That is the question.
The thing is they're missing a player. They're going to be spread thin now. They
popped it. They popped off the Uber, they're moving in, they're not going to be able to get anything. Look at this movement by Stark, he's not giving them anything whatsoever. He's run absolute rings around them. That's not what they wanted. Raymond has the Uber, midpoint still being held. We see Josh, he jumps in, he hits a nutty shot to Hafficool. Does not connect onto the second one, unfortunately for him. And now Lego
has got the trap that's going to change the game.
He needs to do something. They need to make a play. They need to take the momentum. They need to get the frags. They need to do this. I cannot see Lego going out like this. They cannot end like this, surely. Please, Lego, please. I don't care if I'm being a biased cast right now. I want to see it go to this other maps. I need to see it go to the Golden Cap. This cannot end like this, surely. Do they have the horn to work off? It's 50 seconds remaining. They've jumped in. This is it. Lego's last hurrah. We see Dr. Phil. He's moved in, but he's holding it. Oh my goodness, Raymond Tusk. He escapes. Everyone's dead on Lego. 35 seconds remaining. Is this GG?
Wow.
This is GG. This surely must be GG.
Lego aren't spawning for another 5 seconds. There's 25 seconds left.
They're already on last.
And they're pushed all the way to last. I think that this might possibly be over, but... No, wait, yeah, it is over.
And the GGs are called in chat. A bit of a troublesome ending there for Lego, maybe. And it's... I think if anything, that warrants either not like this spam or Bible thump, because that is heartbreaking, to be honest.
I'd say not like this. Condom,
not like this, probably.
Really,
yeah.
He's been playing really well all season. Like, mechanically, he's been absolutely fantastic. And there's just been... It's kind of harsh to say, but some of those drops were not necessary. Like...
Yeah.
For example, the one that we just saw with Raymond when they were trying to go aggressive onto him to try and force him, that would be the sort of like the correct time to milk it, because if you are milking it, it is actually going to be paying off a lot for you. Like, they're sending a lot, you know. There is, you know, no real sort of heavy pressure. Thing is that when you're trying to push to mid through Garage, and you're holding it through a very, very tight spot where you can't surf, like the surfing opportunities are minimal. Like, in those situations, that's when you just got to do it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
well, that is game at the end of the day. That is Nameless taking it in quite a dominant fashion, to be honest. There's no other ways of saying it. We're going to look at these logs a little bit now. Hafficool, 23 frags on that man, 9 deaths, an impressive display, and captain with one of the highest damages on his team. In fact, the highest damage out of the entirety of that game. But as you'd expect, the damage is to be expected from a slower paced game that we just saw.
It's like nothing's really outstanding. I mean, credit to Lego, the game was very, very close. I think it was maybe the first round was a bit too quick and a bit too sloppy. They didn't really get themselves into the game. Like, they, from the get-go, they were putting themselves on the back foot almost immediately. It wasn't until that they were able to get that round where they actually were taking the game to them. And I would say that for the second half of the map, they were probably the stronger team in quite a few areas. The problem is that they're just giving themselves a lot of work to do, because they were fighting from behind for like what seemed to be a large duration of it. So yeah, it's At the end of the day, right, that maybe people didn't think that we were going to be favourites. The favourites were clearly going to be perilous, and that's what most people thought. Full tilt, sorry. So one, for nameLess to sort of bring it back after like a really shoddy start to the season and to win it is really, really good from them. For LEGO as well to actually, you know, prove themselves that they are a top team. They should be able to make something of this. They should really be able to sort of, you know, be proud of themselves that are able to do it.
Yeah.
And, you know, they've got something to work on. They haven't played... I mean, by no means did they play poorly. It was only on Gully Wash where it was a little bit suspect. The Granny was still a good map for the majority of it. It was back and forth. It was close. It was just that maybe it's the lack of experience. They just seem to get too rattled from the very beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. We can talk a little bit about more of these logs, I guess, if we want to swap a few pages over. We can talk a little bit as well about the follow-up maps that would have potentially happened. The next map would have been Snakewater. If LEGO were to win this map by, let's just say, in an alternative universe, how would you have felt Snakewater could have gone?
Snakewater, I think, might have been nameless just because of Stark backcapping. There is a lot more sort of sneaky areas that you can get yourself in and around on Snakewater, so I kind of would have favoured them. I kind of can't hope but feel that maybe the map picks and the banning of product for LEGO was a bit of a mistake. Taking nameless on to their favoured map was never going to really work out, I felt. And that's why I kind of sort of did feel like LEGO could have done this, because they had sort of like maybe the advantage of the map pool, because most teams don't like it when there's a new map, which is Reckoner, coming in, and LEGO are pretty good on Reckoner. So having like the team you're going up against, having to ban out like what would be the gimmick map, is something that favours you, and I really felt that it could have made it a good opportunity by banning out Gollywash. But even so, I guess maybe if I went to Snake, I would have definitely favoured nameless on that ultimately.
Well, we can take a look at some of these medic logs, as we did notice a few more drops on the side of Condom, and a few more deaths within 20 seconds after the Uber as well. Just one more.
I mean, there were two drops by Raymond as well.
Yeah.
But exactly. I think it was they were more critical for Condom. They were more in situations where it was, you know, I felt personally there was no need for it to be milked any longer. It wasn't sort of like going to be a case of if he did actually Uber instead of dropped, nobody would have sort of second guessed and gone, why did he Uber so early, kind of thing. So yeah, it's they were just maybe trying to play it too thin. I mean, the mids from nameless, as we look on the mid stats, were very dominant for the most part. Obviously the final mid, I mean, LEGO did very well considering that they did get trashed in quite a few mids to take it back. Oh, Condom, that's sad. He says sorry team, unhappy face in chat.
It is tough. It's a tough position playing medic, isn't it? There's a lot on your shoulders. It is one of the pivotal roles of your team. So I mean, it is. You gotta feel for him. You gotta feel for him.
We need a sad violin music at the moment.
We do. Yeah, David, get on that, please. While we're talking about how upset we are that Condom's lost, but yeah, this is what's this relative frags by zone. We can take a look at this, as you'd expect from the scoreline. Pretty much going in a favour of nameless across the board, apart from the last two nameless points. Not unexpected.
Yeah, the real sort of trouble part would be the LEGO second. And I kind of do feel like there were many times when they were getting caught out way too much. Having said that, they were in a defensive position for a large majority of it, but it just seemed like the transitions from mid to second, when LEGO were falling back, they did lose too many players, I felt. Like they were sort of leaking quite a few players in those areas. Mids in general were a bit sort of, apart from the actual mid fight and the transitions between them, LEGO actually looked quite kind of strong, especially pushing into nameless's second. It's just that there were just too many critical errors that cost them the opportunity to push on to last as often as they could have done.
I'll just take the opportunity. I mean, these logs are pretty much showing the entirety of this story here. We can take a look at these points won as well. So 3 of the mid fights being won by the side of nameless, compared to the one by LEGO, and it really was, that was what the catalyst, wasn't it, for these defeats, was the mid fights at the end of the day.
Yeah, it definitely was. It's a bit either way, right? The game was really good. It was very, very enjoyable.
Yeah.
So credit to Lego anyway for turning up and actually giving us a game apart from on Gullywash. But it's your own fault for not banning Gullywash. And obviously credit to Nameless and congratulations to them for winning this season of the 24th or 25th?
24. It is 24. Yeah.
So GG, well played. See you at LAN, but not Lego because they're scared.
This is, we can speed up along a little bit. We're going to get some interviews along the way. We have Spudd from Nameless joining us, the demo man. How are you, Spudd? How are you feeling off the back of that?
Hi, exhausted and upset because Raymond he just didn't enjoy playing those games at all. Really? It was kind of over analysing some of the stuff that had happened, but it was a lot closer than it needed to be. Like, if we'd have converted, we failed like so many last pushes, and the score could have easily been, if both teams have like capitalised on the last pushes, the score could have easily been like 6-2. So it was a bit of a choke from us. But yeah, still happy to get the win, obviously. Overall very happy.
Joined by Hafficool as well. He's just slipped his way into the chat. How are you feeling off the back of that? You confident in your performance, or are you a bit upset?
In my performance?
Yeah, I think you smashed, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you smashed.
Yeah, are you upset with your winning performance?
Are you upset that you won the game?
I'm upset with how we won. I think it should have been like more comfortable.
Do you really think that, though? I mean, Lego aren't exactly pushovers. I mean, I know you're playing against Condom, but you guys do have Raymond.
It should have been like at least 5-1 on Gunnery. Because we failed our last pushes and we fucked up that.
I guess so. You guys are awful. Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah.
So even so, you've won it. You've had an awful start to the season. You did the right thing and cut Permzilla. Identified your faults and quickly rectified them. And you seem to have received a new breath of fresh air with Raymond. What are your thoughts now that we are getting closer and closer to the Insomnia Series 58th?
I need to find a hotel because the guy I was going with has dropped out. So if anyone can get a hold of me any time before LAN, I'm willing to split. But in order to go, I need to have somewhere to stay, boys. So hit me up. Thanks.
Well, there you go, guys. Make sure that if you're wanting a strapping young English lad to be in your room, I'm sure that not only will he split the the funds of the hotel, he might even do a little bit more from what I've heard.
Strictly confidential.
Yeah, but obviously just send him a PM.
I'm sure you can just sleep on someone's floor, though. I'm sure that won't be an issue. Because worst comes to worst,
We explored this idea, and it's not good for performance. I have my inside sources who have said this. Like, I'd happily do it, but I would have done it at like DreamHack Summer.
Inside sources? What?
Yeah,
what inside source said? Yeah, mate.
Right, basically,
but from the top, right? You don't want to sit on the floor. You don't want to sleep on the floor, mate.
A few people from Nameless have slept on the floor like before playing the LAN, and they said they really affects your performance, and I don't really want that.
Because it's like proper messes you up anyway. And not only that, the hotel people at LANs, right? They proper go down sort of like prison regime where they sort of pace up and down the corridors, like inspect people that are walking to the hotel rooms, like you're not accounted for, and then they'll throw you out.
There is that as well. So obviously a bed would be better. So open your arms, and I'll happily talk to you about it.
What about like a bathtub?
A bathtub's probably not going to be good for my neck.
Can't you get like a pillow there?
Depends. I don't know, but it depends on how tall he is, to be honest.
Yeah, I suppose you are quite tall, aren't you? So.
No, not as tall as you, my man. I'm like 5'10". Oh god, wait, there's so many Europeans watching, they're going to get triggered. 5'10" in centimeters. 177 centimeters, boys.
That's a decent height. That's a very tall height, actually. That's
not a very tall height. Like, this is the thing, right? We're gonna have to wait until it's LAN, then we can exchange lengths.
It's above UK average.
Lengths of what?
Believe it or not.
Not lengths of height, bro. I don't know what else you're insinuating, mate. But stop it.
No, you're the one who invited me to the Holiday Inn earlier on the cast. So.
I didn't. I just said my door was open for not just you, but for any, patrons. All you have to do is slip me 50 quid and I'm all theirs. Well, anyway, as we go to LAN, excluding your sleeping habits and how soft you are because you can't sleep on the floor, what are your sort of expectations going to LAN? I mean, you said Raymond was over-analysing things. Is this possible conflict before the biggest event?
No, definitely not. It's just, I think he was a little upset about the drops and stuff, and I think it kind of impacted his play a little. So it's not going to be an issue. Looking forward to LAN, I think everyone is. Expectations of LAN, beat Banny. That's always the goal. The European final, probably not what people want to see, but looking at the teams, probably the outcome of the LAN, in my opinion. But we'll have to see.
Do you think that Banny's boisterous boys aren't good enough?
Well, I mean, TLR, as far as I'm aware, hasn't been doing too well. That's quite a drastic change to bring.
But have you seen how handsome he is?
maybe it's that. Maybe it's his devilishly good looks. But I don't know. I'm uncertain about the Aussies and the Americans. Performance.
That's fair. But I mean, considering that you guys haven't exactly been, together as a complete unit for that long, surely you don't think that it's gonna not really work in your favour. I mean, having said that, you do have Coach Carter behind you. Obviously, we don't know what Cadus's effect can be at LAN. You never know. He may be disallowed. He may not be able to call for you guys. Do you think that's going to be a factor in everything?
I don't know. There's a lot can change between now and LAN. People start to be a bit more vocal at LAN, which I think can be a bit of a hindrance. Like if we're not used to it, and panics cause and all that sort of stuff. So it's gonna. Oh my god! Stop spamming me! I can't think. Sorry, everyone's spamming me on Steam.
Everyone spam Spudd.
Oh,
stop
Mr.
spamming Spudd.
Mr. Popular over here. Oh, okay.
I can't multitask. I'm only a male. So a lot can change between now and LAN. There's a lot of stuff we've got to go through as a team, but we've got Cadus to help us through it all and all that. So.
Any other questions, War?
No.
We've covered quite a lot, to be fair. We've talked about your bedroom secrets and all sorts. I mean, you said you guys you're not too worried about Australia and NA too much at I-58. Well, you said it, Spudd. Are you still trying to multitask? Yeah. Okay.
Australia's terrible.
It's really like my entire chat is red.
What did you say, Haffy? Australia's terrible.
Australia's terrible.
What do you think of Banny though? What do you think of Banny?
He's pretty good.
Banny's where the Reddit thread's at. You need to insult him, and that's how you get to the front page.
Yeah. Do you think he can make it a third straight, or are you going to be there to, freeze him with your Icelandic powers? It's fighting talk now, boys. This is it. I mean, even though you've not won any seasons of Invite, do you think that you guys could win a LAN? I mean, technically, you guys haven't won a LAN because the last LAN, it was just a tie.
We won Team Winter.
No one cares about that.
What the fuck? Okay.
Don't swear.
Sorry.
I'm gonna mute you if you do it. Alright, I've got my mouse hovered over your name. If you cuss one more time, mate, I'm gonna kick you out of it. But yeah, do you think you're gonna slam them, or do you think you're gonna be like, the ones that are gonna get slammed upon?
Against Froyo?
Yeah.
I think we should slam them, yeah.
What about Perilous as well? Because I believe they'll have Mike for this tournament. So he seemed to be quite an interesting factor, or full tilt. Sorry, David.
They're going to choke on LAN anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
You say that, but I mean, Mike was a key factor. Demore was pretty bad in comparison.
But even Mike can't carry 5 chokers.
How many LANs have you won? Like, just one insignificant one. Mike won a LAN, He's the one that Banny respects, I think. If it was him.
No, don't be silly.
I don't think he respects anyone, do you?
I can't remember that.
Banny never names people because he's like, I don't know. That's one of the things he does that just is really annoying. Like he pretends like he doesn't know who these European people are. It's just rather low.
Oh, guys.
Flashy?
Wow.
Flashy? Who's he? Oh my god.
Guys. Oh, please. Not on this
we need
platform.
to end this before it turns into a circle jerk against NA.
We don't want to sort of like have people. We don't want all this bad beef at LAN. You know, we're all friends.
Come on, guys.
We can shit talk all we want online, but as soon as we get to LAN, we all kiss each other and start doing other things. But
rubbing each other up and
next thing you know, I'm being bench pressed by TLR again.
A handsome
weaker
individual.
than these.
He lifts quite a bit. I've seen his muscles.
Right, can we bring an end to this monstrosity of an interview?
Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for the gamers for gaming. It was a very enjoyable game as well. I don't know if you guys want to do any of your own personal shout outs. If you can, this is the time for you.
Yeah. Let's start with Haffy.
Shout out to Coach Kato.
Short and sweet, you know. Spudd.
Yeah, shoutouts to Cadus. Shoutouts to Perm. It's his birthday today. Everyone wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Perm.
Oh, happy birthday, Perm.
So, you know, being an ex-member of the team and being able to fill in for me when I'm not here, it's always appreciated, man. So I hope you have a good day. Shouts to the Brit Mumble, as usual. But yeah, overall, very happy. Good job, team. We did it.
War?
Follow my Snapchat at WARHURYEAH if you want to actually know what I get up to into the secrets of LAN hotel rooms. It's always a treat to see. I'll probably be periscoping it before it gets swiftly taken down, so follow my live Jasmine as well. Follow me on Twitter at WARHURYEAH.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, my website warhuryah.gg.
Good lad.
Thanks, mate.
With that being said, I think we're going to end it here. If you have been watching us the entire night, thank you very much. You've been joining us for the ETF2L Season 24 Premiership Grand Finals with nameLess as your victors. We just had the interview, so unfortunately, if you are just joining us now, you've just missed everything. But I'm sure you'll be able to catch the.
They can't watch the VODs.
Oh no, I spoiled it. Oh god. I was thinking in my head, Brennan, do not mess up this outro, and straight off the bat, he just spoils it for all these newcomers.
Cut it, David.
Don't cut it just yet. I want to say something. All right. I've completely lost it. I've messed it up. Just end it. End it here.
You ruined it.